Hey, Kev.
Yeah?
Do you have an iPhone, Android, or smartphone? You got an iPhone.
You must be watching me. I do have one of these devices you're talking about.
Well, if you do,
Yeah, I do.
here is the most innovative accessory for your smartphone.
What is it?
It's called Fly Grip.
This is actually an ingenious device, dude. I use this. It's this little plastic thing. They stick to the back of your smartphone. Like, it has an adhesive, so it sticks to the back and essentially becomes this sweet-ass little handle that you can wear like a fucking ring. Like, it's not a ring that closes. But see how you put your two fingers in here? And then what it allows you to do is you can be kind of hands-free when you're doing shit on your phone. It's the best thing that's ever happened to me. And I have a child, so take that as you will.
Did you show it to her?
No, man. I wouldn't want her to get jealous. Yeah, I was like, this is your new brother. The Fly Grip is like a brother to you.
And a son to me.
Yeah. I love you, Fly Grip. Let's go fishing. Fly Grip. I could go fishing with Fly Grip. I would now literally take my phone on the high seas if you wear the Fly Grip. Because they ain't going anywhere.
They're not gonna drop
unless
it.
a shark bites your hand off, in which case Fly Grip could save you. But here's another use for Fly Grip. You fall off the boat. Sharks are circling. Rather than fucking get, nobody, every once in a while you hear a story about a dude who jumps on a shark's fucking back or something like that. It's crazy. Can't hold on to a shark. You got a Fly Grip. That shark whizzes past you. Pull the adhesive off. Slap right onto his fin.
Ride it.
Ride that fucker right to the shore. Ride it right up onto the beach where you beach him. The whole crowd goes fucking nuts. Chicks are like taking their tops off because you rode a shark onto the beach. They're like, how? What kind of man god are you? And you're just like, Fly Grip, bitch. Fly Grip. Flygrip.com.
That usage not recommended. By the makers of Fly Grip.
Go to flygrip.com, man. And if you enter the promotion code IGGY, IGGY,
Yep.
they're going to give you free shipping. And if you act now, a free phone case.
Nice.
Motherfucker, free phone case, though, man. All you need in
You
life
need
is the Fly Grip. You don't even need friends anymore. You just need the Fly Grip.
That's your friend.
The Fly Grip will be
Hi,
there
Fly
for
Grip.
you. Yeah. Why don't people understand me, Fly Grip?
It's me, Margaret.
Flygrip.com.
You want a podcast? I got a Smodcast. You want a podcast? I got a Smodcast. You want a podcast? I got a Smodcast. You wanna. Do you want a podcast? Do you want a show? Do you get your laughs from computer radio with this bro, Scotty Mo? It's about time to lose your shit. Everybody's progress clips for that legend Kevin Smith.
Welcome to Smodcast. I'm Kevin Smith.
Scott Mosier.
Hey man, I'm hey man, it's like I got caught with a cock in my hand. A fucking dead girl or a live cock. Those are two things.
Those are the two things that scare me.
Yeah, you gotta fucking look out for, man.
Wise words to start the show.
There it is. Sage like words. Scott, I am smoking a big old fat fucking piece of Forgeticus here as we prepare.
Is that the actual strain?
No, it's not, which really pisses me off because like it should exist by now, but we've been busy. They've been busy. Who knows what the fuck, but yeah, soon there will be a Forgeticus strain, but this isn't it.
This isn't it. Okay.
Thanks for ruining everything.
Oh, sorry.
What a talk-up I had ready. This time for us to talk about the last Harry Potter movie. This is Harry Potter 7, but part 2, correct?
Part 2 of
So they've done 8 of these Potter pictures.
Potter Pictures,
Pictures. And we have talked about, not every one, but we've done a bunch as we talk, and we put them under the heading of Harry Scotter, sometimes Forgeticus. This flick I saw in previews, I had to go see it for G4 for Attack of the Show.
Gotcha.
To talk about it. So I saw it like a week before it came out or something like that.
Yeah.
When did you see it?
Probably like a week after it came out.
Okay. So Advantage Kev.
Yes.
Okay. But you've read the books.
I have read the books.
I have not.
And I've listened to that book on tape.
All of them with Jim Dale?
Just the last one.
Advantage Scott.
Yes.
All right. So, we consider you the foremost Potter,
out of the two of us.
Yes. Between the two of us, you are hands down the foremost, Potter authority on the matter, because it was of all the things we had ever talked about or didn't talk about or started to talk about, you showed a heretofore unseen passion
like
for the pod.
I broke out of my Spock-like response to everything. And
You were like, oh, I like that.
My heart beats for that.
It was a lot of monosyllabic one-word responses until the subject of Potter came up, and then you were just like
squealed like a girl.
Oh, that shit's magic, Kev. I was like, oh, there's a vein. There's a rich vein we could be tapping.
It's magic that makes my blood flow.
What is it about these books that did it for you so much that made you a fucking silly girl again? Heart
I would say,
and in mouth.
My response to the books in particular was, which is what I read first, is I think that the actual, it's just, it's a huge creative achievement on her part, as far as like the world she managed to paint and sort of like all the details of it.
Right. Don't take you back to nothing in your youth where you're like, I identify with the boy who lived.
Yeah, because I'm alive.
That's always been my point. It's like you and I are the boys who lived.
Yeah. Every day we get up.
Exactly.
Hey, honey, I'm the guy who lived. I'm the man who lived.
And nobody is like, oh, would you fucking beat an evil wizard to do it? I'm like, no, I literally just turned off my iPhone alarm and here I am. I'm the boy who lived. They're like, well, how am I supposed to build an epic around that? This is my thing, man. I'm watching this final picture, this Potter picture.
Yeah.
Spoilers.
Yeah, if you haven't seen the last one.
Huge spoilers.
Yeah.
And we're going to dive right in. Somehow, Scott, evil is once again defeated.
Yeah, in case you were wondering.
I know it was the last one, and there were probably huge Vegas-like odds whether or not Voldemort would win or not.
Yeah, exactly.
He did not. And here's my thing. They beat him, and did he blow up or something like that? Disappeared? At one point, Harry's in his head and he sees an aborted little fetus of Voldemort. I was like, what the I thought the weed had kicked in. Like, I thought I'd eaten a weed.
Like, are you guys seeing this?
Yeah, I was like, Harley, do you see the Voldemort abortion? And she's like, what? Okay, good. It's just me. Oh, there's good weed cupcake. And then somebody's like, it's a fetus, not so much an abortion. And your daughter wouldn't know what an abortion is, would she?
But she does now.
Yeah, well taught. Well, all right. Well,
we'll have that discussion later.
Yeah, ask me later on where babies come from and where they go to when parents hate them.
Oh, don't worry. Mommy and daddy's drunk babies. I'll tell you where they go.
Yeah, the ones.
They get put under a bench at a train terminal.
In a haunted train. That's the idea. That's like limbo, dude.
Yeah.
It's like the Catholic version of limbo. When babies died unbaptized, they told us, you can't go to heaven unless you're baptized.
Yeah.
That's a fucking rule. One of their they got a lot of rules in that church.
Yeah, exactly.
One of them, you can't go to heaven unless you're baptized.
Yeah.
Don't understand that. And as kids, we were always like, but what about the babies? The babies had no choice. They didn't choose to sin. Could you imagine sticking this moral conundrum in the head of a 6-year-old? No. Like, they're like, good baptized Catholics go to heaven. Everyone else, especially those Jews, go to hell. Where do unbaptized babies go? That's a fucking trick question, right?
And they go to purgatory?
They go to limbo. Purgatory is where you could go to work off your sins.
Gotcha. Yeah.
So let's say
lost.
Like kind of long. Thank you, Scott. For shorthand, I was going to go into a long explanation, reach back to Milton.
Religion.
If we can just put it in the modern parlance, it's like watching all that Lost.
Yeah.
Is that what it was? They were all in limbo? No, they were all in purgatory.
I mean, that was.
Were they all going to heaven after this?
I thought that was the final episode.
Was they went to heaven?
You can make the choice of what happened, but they all basically move on.
To heaven?
I mean, I don't know.
Or to another fucking.
I mean, for me, I just started laughing.
Yeah, you're like, this is fucking horseshit. I thought it was horseshit with the big cloud, but now they're saying like it's heaven, and heaven you can make a choice.
I could have done 4 seasons of just fucking dead bodies on the beach.
All right, man. So these, where were we?
Fetuses.
Yeah. These fucking what I was talking limbo.
So the babies go to limbo, but
when they were there, they told us babies went to limbo.
Well, limbo doesn't sound that good either.
Limbo is
it's not like they go to Cake Land.
Well, limbo was Cake Land. They just didn't. It just had it didn't have such a great marketing hook. They needed you. That's essentially.
Who doesn't like cake?
Yeah, everyone here do all you babies love cake? They're like, yeah, what's cake?
Yeah.
Why are we? Why are we here? Why can't we enjoy the glory of God in heaven? Like, because you weren't baptized. Like,
Yeah.
we were fucked by the small print? This is shit.
Essentially,
Send me back. I want to be Buddhist.
there's cake
Oh.
and breast milk.
Oh, ooh.
That's really all
what's
a kid
breast?
would want.
No. Kid will want more. Inside.
You pop out, you're a baby, you want breast milk. You don't
and-
want cake.
No. Well, three things you want.
I mean, you don't know what any of them are, but
You want-
you instinctually want.
Breast milk,
Boob milk.
The three B's: breast milk, bread, and Batman. That's what I wanted when I came out. That's why I look and think this way, Scott. As soon as I came out the womb, I said, "Give me some Batman." I don't know what happened in limbo. I always assumed. I don't know
Do
why.
they age?
Well, that's why I always
That would
assumed
be awful.
that you get to be in limbo, even though you die as a baby. Scott Mosier, unbaptized. That's the name.
How old am I?
That's the name of your fucking detective
I know.
series. Scott Mosier, unbaptized. Like when you need a fucking crime solved.
Baby detective. Limbo detective.
No, man, you're older. You're an
Oh,
adult,
okay.
but that's your hit.
That's just my
That's your
thing.
selling point. You're like, for those, if you
No waters, holy waters touch my head.
if you don't believe in religious hokum, he's the man for you. Scott Mosier, unbaptized.
Jesus won't solve your crime, but I will.
Tuesdays on CBS for Scott. CBS Mosier.
Another station.
Okay. No, limbo. I always assumed you got to limbo and they let your soul be the age.
So you're an 18-month-old baby.
Yeah, but they let you, I assumed, I don't know why, nobody ever told me this, but like I always
not
assumed
just
in the
like-
afterlife you chose your form. Like choose the form. I think it was like Ghostbusters in the afterlife.
Yeah.
Like basically you can decide what to look like. Like let's say you're like, oh, my favorite era, I was 18 years old. I'm gonna look like 18 forever.
Yeah.
Then they're like, all right, fucking go ahead. You've lived the hardcore trial of fucking life and how horrible it was and shit. So for all eternity, get to look
Pick
however
your
you
age.
want.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I guess you can't do that to a baby, especially a baby that's.
Well, then
Like
it becomes the
newborn.
argument. Well, then the argument becomes like, technically, if
Well,
you
you
have a
talk to this-
soul,
Well, you talk to a newborn
your soul is
soul.
what goes to heaven.
Yeah, and the newborn soul, you just be like, pick your form. It's like,
It's like,
oh. What am I supposed to do with that? Huh?
all the kids want to be diarrhea.
Every time they come here, that's what I get. Raspberries.
This is a shit job.
In heaven, chatter with Gandhi, Lincoln, all the greats. Here, babies going, might as well go to monkey heaven. They can do that there too. It's much cuter. In heaven, Scott.
I think you've been there. At Disneyland.
All the food is free. So, this is Limbo. That train station was like Limbo, except there were no babies. There was just one dead evil baby
like
under a bench that nobody
Partial birth abortion.
yeah, and nobody was trying to help.
Well, there's only
fucking
two people there.
Dumbledore and Harry, and they're both just like, look at it.
Look at it.
Look, kick it.
Don't
Harry.
touch it.
Kick it onto the third rail. Let's see if it cooks.
Like a penny.
Let's have a Volder roast. Let's cook his fucking soul, Harry. It's like,
It was a soul.
it was a piece of his soul?
It was a piece of his soul.
Spoilers.
Yeah,
This
from now
happened
on.
in the
right?
moment where he gets killed.
Well, yeah, if we're going to go back to the beginning, this is really near the end
All right.
where the partial.
Here's
where
my
the
point
fetus-
about the end, though, before we'll go back to the beginning. But here's my point about the end. The worst evil the world has ever known. Voldemort.
Yes.
This is a fucking dude, like, worse than Hitler. Burns with the hate of 1,000 Hitlers, Scott.
Yeah. He's no good.
Well, thank you, Scott, for everybody being the soul of wit. Hitler's no good. Voldemort, no damn good. This dude, they defeat him.
Yes.
Don't you think you'd fucking be like, look, let's make sure he never comes back again. Let's fucking Forgeticus is mine, because we know they could do that. They did
Who?
that. Well, Hermione fucking obliviated her parents. Remember, she was like, obliviate.
Yeah.
Stole our fucking act. Forgeticus. Imagine you do that. I'm not saying, I'm not calling a lawyer yet, JK, but get in touch with me and Scott. She can obliviate, she can get rid of their fucking memories. My feeling is the ultimate punishment is not fucking like you cease to fucking be. The ultimate punishment is you take the Dark Lord, he who should not be named, you obliviate him, put him to work.
Like a McDonald's?
Yes. Like that. Well, no, that's too good for him. And plus, if you went into McDonald's, you were like, apple pie, and he was just like, can I help you with some cookies? You'd be like, what the fuck? It's he who should be named. Where's my change? No, man. Like, you put him, like, to work somewhere in the wizarding world of Harry Potter. Like, fucking, like, you know, fuck, nobody ever wants to hang out at the Shrieking Shack.
Yeah,
Put him in charge of the fucking Shrieking
What,
Shack.
like a tour guide?
Yeah. He says, come this
Lots
way.
of shrieks in the shack.
It's very leany.
So you think it was like, so you think that the person who's worse than Hitler should not have been eradicated. He should have been.
I think you keep him close by because he's come back before old Tom Riddle. So it's like, what do? We can't fucking watch him. What if he comes back 100 years from now and haunts our children and fucking makes life miserable?
Well, I don't
again?
think keeping him alive and working as a janitor is like making that any safer.
All right, maybe not a janitor. But
Well, I don't think I think it's sort of like, okay, you have the worst.
They're like, you can work in the fucking Shrieking Shack, or you can
well, why are you
work-
giving him a choice?
You can work in the bathroom at the Gaggin Glory Hole. They're like, he's like, what's that then? Because they wiped his memory. He don't remember what a glory hole is. And they're like,
you assume that he does.
he must have. We all do.
You know what Death Eater is?
Yeah, it's kind of like a
Eat
Death
a lot
Eater.
of dick.
It's called a head eater. That's what you are. You put your mouth right over this hole. Whatever comes through, you eat it.
You're gonna
Got it?
suck wizard dick for eternity.
All right, then.
I don't know what that even means.
Good boy. Go to it.
Open up.
Could you? That's fitting. That's what you do.
Is you keep him alive
Yeah.
and make him like.
And not, but like, I'm not like, I don't wish fucking sexual violation on anybody, but you fucking,
But I just did.
well, you make it okay with magic, Scott. What you do is you erase his brain.
You round off the rough edges.
Yeah, it's not evil if it's
You make him like it.
yeah, a little bit. That's what you do. You fucking cast a little spell on him where he's just like, oh my God, fucking, I was born in the glory hole. And everyone's fucking happy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
But I mean, wouldn't it? So the idea is that you feel safer having not gotten rid of evil, but making evil be a fucking dispensary.
a vessel for cum. Yeah, man. A big bucket of cum.
But then, like, then to me, if I'm the guy in charge, I'm just like, yeah, but what if the right wizard, like, creates Remembercus Cum and shoots it into his mouth, and then shit starts up again?
All right, fucking, why'd you have to take it ridiculous places? Remembercus Cum. What the fuck, dude? You think it's possible, dude, come so hard into fucking Voldemort's mouth, he's like, I remember.
Well, I just think it's,
That would, but then you're set up for a sequel.
well,
Like,
that's the
fucking
reason
cut
to do it. That's
Yeah.
the reason to go with your upsetting the bounds.
Fuck yes, here it is. He's at work they put him to work in Diagon Alley.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they put a hat on him.
Just fucking lying going around the block.
Oh, fuck yeah. He's working
You're
at
just like, you're like steady camming down the line of all these fucking
bunch
wizards.
of dudes pulling at their crotches and shit like that. You hear a lot of muttering about like, can't wait to fuck that Dark Lord in his mouth. People
Even the
like,
girls are giving themselves dicks.
yeah, like, I brought me a strap on. I'm going to fuck him in the mouth on principle. So you go inside the fucking, it's called the Just Desserts. It's a bar and dessert shop. And he's in the back in the bathroom. I mean, it's kind of and everyone's cool with it. It's not, again,
There's nobody
the
like,
spell they put on him, he hungers for this. He wakes
Yeah.
up like fucking with a
like,
spring
we don't
step.
do it. He'll hurt somebody again.
Yeah. So he's into it. So it's not like all fucking horrible although would that be horrible? Like if
I erased your memory
if
and
Hitler-
made you a fucking blowjob freak.
yeah, but if I was Hitler and you did that to me, not me as Kevin Smith, I didn't do anything to warrant that. But if you're Hitler and they erase your memory and make you a glory hole, a human glory,
I think you risk
there's
that,
nothing
like,
but a
over
human
time. I think you risk over time that somebody
People
might feel
sympathizing?
compassion. Yeah.
like the way they fucking like the dragon. Like in that movie, there's a dragon in the basement.
Yeah.
And when it gets out, everyone's like, thank God, this fucker's been in a basement for like 100 years, hundreds of years. He's been in the basement of Gringotts. So everyone feels bad and they like seeing him get out.
Yeah, but I mean, technically,
But
you could
in
say that he wasn't like the Hitler dragon.
But he might have been. You don't know.
you don't know. But
That's the thing. Like maybe they caught him and he was the worst fucking dragon. Maybe his fucking like story ends with like his great comeuppance, like, well, who runs the Gringotts? The fucking goblins.
The goblins.
Yeah, maybe like, you know, Harry Potter has his own epic and they got their own fucking Harry Potter.
This dragon ate goblins.
Yes, and that's their version of Harry Potter. Fucking went after this dragon. There was like a fucking 7 movie series about bringing this dragon down, who'd like fucking eaten
Gary
tons
Goblin.
of goblins. Gary the Goblin. Gary Goblin was the one who takes on this gigantic fucking. He's the goblin slaying dragon. Eats him, fries him. Fucking. Sometimes he's just fucking picking him off from the. He's like Eamon Goth in Schindler's List. He's that bad, just shooting randomly and shit. Like you hate him. You hate his fucking guts. And the end of the movie, they're like, "Well, shall we kill him?" You know, because they goblins. They bring him down and instead Gary the Goblin shows mercy. And he's like, "You shall not die, fucking goblin."
Well, because they have no sense.
Like, you will instead be enslaved in the basement of Gringotts for all eternity. And
never
shit.
To fly again.
Yeah, and everyone's like, "Hooray!" Like
never to fly again.
Hooray! And you know, it's like the end of fucking Return of the Jedi. Everyone's going ape shit that this dragon is being pinned. He's being put down in the fucking basement.
It's a victory.
Huge victory. Credits. Cut to our fucking movie. And everyone's like, let this fucking dragon out. And no one remembers that this dragon, or knows that this dragon was Hitler. So same thing here in our Harry Potter spinoff.
Over time, people will forget.
50 years have gone by.
Yeah.
So the Harry Potter kids are old. They're in their 60s, like almost 70s and shit. It's all about their kids as kids, not their kids.
Yeah. They're like, he's not, you know.
Yeah, they're like, well, remember
got me first head off him. He's not so bad.
Yeah, they tell children stories of he who should not be named. But then their version of magic bar mitzvah is when you are a man or a woman, they tell you, the Dark Lord, when we say he was banished forever by Harry Potter, what we mean is he works in a bathroom at this at Just Desserts, and you could fuck him in the mouth. Isn't that crazy? Like that's the PS to his fucking story. So suddenly
the kids would think you were cruel.
Yes, there's some kid generation removed who didn't see the cruelty that Voldemort inflicted, who's just like, you know, I gotta get him out of here. He's Parseltongue and shit. Yeah, he's just like, I'm going to help you escape. It's like, oh man. Look, I'm not a snake. You don't have to talk to me like that.
Yes, I do. Yes, Master
That's you. Don't put an S on everything. Just to sound more snaky. That's not Parseltongue. Just putting an S on shit and then going, it's its own language. It's insulting as going up to a Mexican and being like, where is the El Fudo? Okay? Learn the language.
Yeah, I think over time people would be just much happier if he died. Because in the moment,
it's not just desserts though. Fucking think about everything that happened, including the shit they showed us that didn't even happen in Harry's life. Everything that this fucking no-nose piece of shit's responsible for. It's not enough to just be like, you're pew pew, you're dead. Like you got to make them fucking hurt.
But people, number one,
pay.
Two things would be, one, I'm sure that most people, would see that kind of action as being like, well, we're sort of going down to his level.
Yes.
And two, it's like, I think
there's a nobility in stooping to their level.
I've been there. I've visited. I also think like, doesn't everybody want the relief of like him being gone?
No, they want the relief of the fucking gag and glory hole at Just Desserts.
I think that like if Harry
want
goes
relief in Voldemort.
If I
what you here for? You here for some pie or some butterbeer? I'm here for Voldemort. Oh.
Go to right. Can't sell a fucking piece of pie to save your life. All they want is his mouth. Voldemort.
That's one magical mouth. Well, he was the worst wizard we'd ever known. Yes, good point.
But he's the best cocksucker.
I'd say this is his Just Desserts. I'd say this is our Just Desserts, Lenny. It's the story about Barry and Lenny.
Runs the sitcom.
Come on, JK. These are good ideas.
Pottermore. This is the
giving them out for free, man. For free.
If I was Harry Potter and I went through all that, I would be more just like, hey, I'd really rather just eradicate him. I don't want to know that he's there. I wouldn't want to, like, I think that, like, you don't want to go to sleep being like, he's still around. He could come back.
You know me, though. I'm the guy, though.
He's one spell away from coming back.
Yeah, but not, fuck. But Harry has beat his bitch ass down. Harry is the world's greatest wizard.
It's true, but
they'll beat him again.
But still, like, the relief would be like, everybody wants him to be gone. That was the sort of like, that's what I would want.
Yeah, but it's not, I'd be like, look. I hear you. We all want him to be gone. Like, yeah.
But I want head.
But don't we all have a feral sense of justice? Don't we want to see him hurt as much as he's hurt our own? They're like, you've lost it, Harry. You've become mad with power. Perhaps. Yeah, perhaps. But to be fair, think about everything I've been through.
Yeah.
Like, it's amazing. I don't kill anyone here. Yeah. I mean, give me this. Give me Voldemort. I've been dreaming about this since I was under the stairs. Something to fuck, something of my own. You know how hard it is to masturbate to a spider?
Snake face guy.
You can fuck him in the mouth or either one of them nose slits. It's all good. That shit's all pink in the dark. Some assembly required. Voldemort.
So like, he's the boy. He's the one.
I think he might have. Well, remember, he just died and he came back. So he ain't right.
Technically didn't die.
He didn't?
No.
I thought when they fucking faced off, they died and he went into his mind heaven. Or whatever the fuck it was.
I believe what happened is, and now we're jumping all over the place, but when he realized that what happened is, should we go back to the beginning or should I explain it? Cause I gotta go back a couple stages.
I think we gotta go back and do it all over.
Know what song you're singing.
And what's that dude's name? Fucking whatever.
I don't know what that.
I love that. Eddie Money, is that his name? I wanna go back.
Yeah, that's Eddie Money. Yeah.
Cause I wanna know the story. This is Snape's movie.
It is. It really all comes together.
Go back to the beginning.
So the beginning of the movie
is the end of the last movie.
The end of the last movie. And
which honestly, I've seen the two flicks. They could have got away with one movie.
Well, it doesn't, like, for me, they don't necessarily work separately because the first movie, like when you read it as a book, like the first movie is the like slow burn leading into this kind of like
huge war.
Yeah, and you're just like, so then when the second movie is kind of the war, it just felt like the pacing was just like,
it was
just
weird.
Go. It
just,
like,
that's why I think it would have been like, if you'd done an hour and a half for the one and an hour and a half for the other, because if I remember correctly, the first part of this movie was a lot of walking around in the woods.
Yeah.
Not much. It was like fucking Blair Witch, except no cool shot of some fucker in the corner. And you're like, what the fuck? Oh, what is that? That's fucked up. Just a lot of woods walking, suggested booby shots, fucking when Ron and Harry were, not Ron, Harry and
Ron, show me your tits.
When Ron and Harry were making out. Remember when Ron saw.
He saw a fake version of Harry and Hermione going at it.
Making out. And she was in the press going like, I hated it so much or something like that. Not like, I hate him, but she was just like, oh, it was awkward.
It was very terribly strange.
It was awkward. My nipples were out and Daniel could see them and he was very, very erect. Get away from the mic. That's why we don't let that girl talk very much.
No, it's all over now and I was terrified by it.
I'd like to share my story. Daniel was erect. He called it a wand. I hated it. They're like, you hated it? She's like, no, I hated it right in my mouth. I ate it up. It was yummy.
Wow, she just went like.
That will conclude Warner Bros. Press conference for Harry Potter 7 Part 2.
Well, everybody, a big hand for Emma Watson, who seems to have regressed into a backwoods dweller who never had an education. No more talking.
I want some cake.
I want cake. I just want frosting.
There's a lot of woods walking.
Yeah, the first part, they're trying to figure out a lot of shit. They're trying to figure out shit. They're trying to figure out, like, where these Horcruxes are. And the second movie picks up basically where Dobby's dead.
Oh.
They bury the elf.
Well, I know it begins with a fucking headstone, just like here lies Dobby. He was a free elf.
Yeah. Not meaning like you could fuck him without paying him.
Yeah, like that cost. It really should have
pussy.
It should have been here lies Dobby. He is a dead elf. He's dead. That fucker ain't coming back.
Free?
Yeah, he's maybe free from the mortal plane or whatever, but he got beat, man.
He died.
He got killed
He
by
sacrificed
Bellatrix Lestrange.
Yes, he got knifed, and then he died, and then
Knifed. He got shivved.
he got shivved by a fucking shaved toothbrush when he was
like,
trying to.
I'm going to get you, Dobby. And he's like, oh, you can't do that. Dobby is a free elf, and Harry Potter is his friend. And some dude, you don't see the dude in Prison Blues.
Dude with a hairnet.
behind him.
All for a pack of smokes.
He takes it right between the ribs and his kidney, and he just rips back and forth.
The little motherfucker.
Oh no! They went to prison on Dobby.
Everyone's like, I didn't see it in this way.
Was this in the book? Cloves is like, that one's for me. I've been writing this shit 10 years. All about fucking how family is the greatest magic. Fuck this noise. One knifing scene. That's all I asked for. And this is where it is. She whipped the knife. It goes through the hole. They went through a porcalypse or something like that.
Yeah, they're like jumping. They're jumping to whatever. It
went through, the knife came through,
whatever.
Tagged him. So the movie opens, he's gone.
Yeah, Voldemort has the Elder Wand, which is part of the Deathly Hallows.
Yes.
Which was Dumbledore's.
Yes.
He opens his...
That's at the end of the movie. He opened up the
sarcophagus.
The casket, sarcophagus, the mausoleum, the tomb.
It took the wand and was like,
yeah, he was like, yeah, Dumble dead. Credits.
Everyone's like, that's all you get?
Like, that ain't in the book either. Glove's like, that's the second one's for me.
Yeah.
I always wanted to end on a witty note. I love 80s action movies. And the idea of the greatest wizard in the world going, you're Dumble dead, credits. Come on, who don't love that? That's a pussy getting idea, gentlemen.
I'm going out of this movie. This is it for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes the Steve Cloves portion of the Warner Brothers press conference.
Daniel Radcliffe is drunk. So he's got the wand.
Yeah.
Dobby's
the
dead.
Elder Wand.
The Elder Wand, which is part of the Deathly Hallows.
Which we always thought was a story, but fucking, as the John Hurt tells us, it's real, Mr. Potter.
It's real.
Everyone's, nicely done. Everyone's always talking to this dude so spooky. Maybe that's his problem.
Trying to creep him out.
Yeah, nobody's ever like, yeah, things are going to be tough, but
Would you like fries?
Yeah, fuck no. Are they haunted fries?
Why not at all? They're only shrieking fries, Mr. Potter.
You're like, wait, you're my friend, aren't you? Are you a good guy or bad guy?
You're freaking me out.
I'm neither. I'm just British. They're like, I see. It's tough to tell. You can either be a guy on the Death Star, or you could be the King's Speech, and he seemed nice. Or the King's Speech doctor.
So he's got that, and then so they're hanging out at a beach house, and that's where Dobby they bury him at like a beach house.
Yeah, on the shore of some uncharted desert island with Gilligan, Skipper too, millionaire in his wife.
And then they're like, we need to go get. They need to go get
another
Horcrux. And so the two people
Horcrux, for those who
don't care.
Yeah, the Horcrux is where when Voldemort was dying last time or something.
And when he was young, he found this spell where he could split his soul into parts. And the way to create a Horcrux is you kill somebody and then you take part of your soul and you put it into an object.
Right.
Say. So in one of them was in his diary.
Right.
That was part of his
Tom
soul.
Riddle's diary.
Yes. And then there's a bunch more and they've been trying to get them.
But the last one, spoiler, turns out the last Horcrux was Harry himself.
Well, there's two. There's you end up finding out that Harry is a Horcrux, but then the fucking snake, the snake Nagini.
Yeah, he's like, come with me, Nagini.
Come, Nagini.
What's like, God
Sounds
damn
like
it.
he needs a walker.
Why is he always so spooky? Can't he just talk normal?
No, I can't.
Give that guy a snake whistle, man, because every time he talks to that snake, I about piss myself. You're very scary. You should not be named. And powerful.
I'm with you. Don't get me wrong.
Who is this insolent back talker? Well, you know, I'm a Death Eater.
I'm part of the North American contingent of Death Eaters.
I was up in Old Blighty for some fish and chips, as we say. I was just kidding. I was here for a fish concert. And I heard that y'all were assembling. I said, shit's on, right?
My tattoo was, moving.
Yeah, look at this. I hate Potter too, whoever the fuck he is. Let's get him. USA.
So they go to, they had saved the goblin and I forget his name. Little goblin. And then they'd saved the wand guy.
How'd they save him?
Well, Beatrix Lestrange had them captive because they
that's right. When they went to the castle to get her thing from the last movie.
Yes.
Those dudes were downstairs.
They were downstairs, so they save them, and they basically
the little goblin from Gringotts, who's played by Warwick Davis, who also plays one of the headmasters at school, who doesn't say that much, I thought it was nice that they gave Warwick Davis a real fucking scene.
Yeah, double residuals.
Huge. Yeah, well, there's that, but he also gave him a scene like at one point, Harry goes to talk to him, and he's in the room sitting in the chair by himself. And he's got his fingers folded and shit. Yeah, he's just like, I remember you, Mr. Potter.
You're a strange wizard, Mr. Potter.
Is that what he says?
Something like that.
Yeah, he does kind of get
because Harry's like. Because Harry sort of isn't judgmental about all the different races. There's a lot of race war going on, like goblins and wizards.
Which isn't really in the movie that much. I guess it's more in the books they talk about it and shit. But
they go into much more detail about like, so he goes to talk to the goblin and he's like, we need to get into Beatrix Lestrange's vault at Gringotts because
where he used to work
because she freaked out. Because they have the sword of Gryffindor. And in the last movie, they have the sword of Gryffindor. Mm-hmm. And she freaks out. She's like, how did you get that? You've been in my vault. So Harry's just like, hey, there's something in the vault she doesn't want anyone to get to.
Right.
They assume there's a Horcrux. So he's like, I need you to get me into Gringotts. I need you to get me in her vault. And he's like, he says, yeah.
You were going to go for it. And he's like, you're about to write a little show and you're like, fuck it. He says, yeah.
He says right on, they slap hands.
And credits.
No, he goes, yes. And then he goes, well,
he makes a deal with him.
Yeah, he says, you want something in return? And he basically is like, I want the sword of Gryffindor.
Why did he want it?
Because it was made by goblins. The goblins say that they made it and that Gryffindor stole it. But then the other people say like, well, Gryffindor like ordered it from them or something.
Right. And then when he came for his shit, they were like, this isn't yours, Gryffindor.
We made it.
Yeah.
Ourselves.
Well, you made it to order. That's irrelevant. We made it.
It's ours. It's goblin steel. He's like, oh no, I paid good money for that, you little pecker.
Look, I hate to be this guy, but I got a ticket here. It says it's mine. Okay? A work purchase order. Yeah. Now don't make me come back with my lawyer friend Barry.
There you go. Not Barry. Scary Barry.
Scary Barry. Such a hot ass. You're damn right he is. And he's my neighbor. So you remember that.
So they want the
sword. Me around.
So they want the sword of, he wants the sword of Gryffindor.
Yes.
And basically, Harry's like, sure. And they leave and Hermione was like,
I thought he had a good moment though. Fucking Warwick Davis. They gave him some shit to chew on.
Yeah, he has a little bit of a, they go back and forth and he's just like.
Last time he had a big bite at the apple, Willow.
Yeah.
in terms of screen time, acting. Prior to that, eat Wicket, and he doesn't have a lot. He's fucking wearing a bear suit.
Yeah.
The lowest form of entertainment there is. It's only one rung below putting on a dress if you're a man.
Yeah, exactly.
You couldn't really see. I mean, he could act with his body and shit, but you couldn't really see him emote.
No really facial.
So here you get to see him fucking for the first time, like tear shit up.
He
Like
dove it, yeah.
Willow, and he fucking brings it. You could tell he was like savoring every fucking moment.
Yeah.
And shit. He's like, we're gonna slow things down and do it at my pace, man, because I've been fucking. It's time.
I gotta live down.
Live down.
Well, he's got to live down the like bear suit thing.
Yeah, he's like, look, he's going, there's a high water mark that I've got to live up to. And they're like, all right, fair enough.
Everybody's mumbling. It's like,
okay, Jesus.
Put an extra mag on. Fucking
What do we got? They're like, I got half a mag left. I'm like, well, how much? About 4 minutes. All right, yeah, we got full mag, Warwick. Go ahead.
Yeah, turn it up.
It's all magic.
Big moment.
Delayed rolling. Delay the rolling. Just let him start. I'll tell you when to turn. Yeah. We just need the last few seconds, so we'll just pick up.
We just need him to mumble. So.
Just turn on. Tail sticks, everybody. So as not to disturb Warwick's performance. And action. I remember you, Mr. Potter.
Fucking flake.
What the fuck?
Not today, buddy.
Sorry, Warwick. I was just looking for a reaction shot, and I got it. You look pretty pissed. Thanks. Moving on. Back, moving on.
Turn around on Harry. Whatever you want, dude. We got a full bag.
That's fucking robbed. So he makes the deal with Harry.
He makes the deal, and Hermione's like, what are you doing? He's like, I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm on the fly. I'm a man who makes it up as I go along.
Yeah. He got all fucking Indiana Jones at the end, all Han Solo.
Yeah, he's just like, he so it clicks in. So then they go over to the, what's his face? The wand dude.
John Hurt.
Yeah, John Hurt.
I don't know what his
character.
Wiggy McWandstick.
Wiggy McWandstick.
Dude who gives out the wands. Dude's just like, the wand chooses the
unicorn hair. The pubic hair of a unicorn.
This came
Redwood
from the testicles of a unicorn, Mr. Potter. All right,
mashed into a fine powder.
And I don't want that one. Good choice. It's funky.
Can't sell these.
Yeah. It smells really musky. That's why. Create a spell. You almost get the feeling that a fucking goat cummed in your face. That's
weird.
It's not what you want. It's pretty powerful. Don't get me wrong, but comes with a downside.
So they go in and they ask about the Elder Wand, which is kind of like he's just like, well, and then Harry's just like, I saw him. He's got it.
And he's like, oh, well. Fuck me.
Fuck me. Call me with my pants down.
He's like, have you seen it? Why'd you make me tell that fucking story, man? It's like, we gotta push out the time limit on this movie. 2 hours.
So so with that, they basically, they come up with their plan. And
they go to Gringotts. And what's her name?
Hermione becomes.
Put some polyjuice potion or whatever.
Whoa, we almost said polyjuice potion.
Yeah, she puts in that polyjuice potion and shit. Starts taking away local businesses and fucking people get mad. Go to beer halls. Fucking it's gotta stop. In a microcosm. Happens very quickly.
Yeah.
You got about 18 minutes for that spell. You have to really overthrow the system in a short time. No, man, it's a
polyjuice.
And that makes your face change. You can look like some other
Yeah,
fucker.
you need like hair or some DNA or some stuff. So they
got something from Lestrange because then she goes in looking like her.
She looks like her. Ron is somebody else. I don't know if he's in a disguise or I can't remember in the book whether he takes polyjuice potion or whether he's just
He does. He just looks like a Randy, like hanging out with her.
And
no one specific.
Yeah. And then
I thought that was a cute part in the movie. What's her face? Tim Burton's wife. Helena Bonham Carter.
Yeah.
So weird. I'm sure if she heard that, she'd be like, fuck you, Tim Burton's wife.
Yeah, why did you lead with that?
Yeah, I've been doing shit way before him. Fuck you. I got my own shit. I was in fucking Fight Club, bitch. I'm like, all right, calm down. You sound an awful lot like me when I get mad. I thought it was really cute. She played her like Emma Watson.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
She picked up Emma Watson's like
Mannerisms.
and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
I thought that was kind of, it's a mark of a great actress. She is a fucking great actress.
Yeah, yeah,
Her in the
she's-
King's Speech.
Yeah. Dynamite.
Fucking dynamite, man. Bananas, as the kids say, or did a few years ago. Bananas. Go.
So then Harry and the Goblin are under the Cloak of Invisibility, which is, of course, one of the other Deathly Hallows.
The greatest cheat in the Potter universe, if you will.
Yes. And so they basically, they get up to the desk and, you know, they get in. They go through some antics and they fucking get in. They get all the way down to the vault. And basically, they get inside, and there's a Horcrux that they're trying to find. They're trying to figure out what it is. And Harry kind of like
Oh, that's where they bust the spell, where it's just like multiplicus or whatever, and everything just starts.
anything
doubling.
you touch just starts to like the spell, the defense spells. Like anything you touch just starts to multiply again and again and again. So you're like drown in a sea
in whatever
of
it is,
whatever
yeah,
it is.
You can't
yeah.
go anywhere. You're
It's
immobilized.
like balls and
Yeah, could you imagine if you're
Yeah.
like, you touched a cock, they're like, that's got the alarm spell. Just like cock everywhere. Like,
cockicus.
Got some people going around touching cocks on purpose, trying to trip the spell.
It's
Amazing.
like more.
I want to drown in cock.
So then Harry kind of figures out what it is because he like uses his scar. So as soon as he gets near it,
He does. He's got this like magic scar. He fucking is the power of Grey Skull
he
in
can
it or something like that.
and he can sort of sense or feel it. So he gets near it and he goes, "Oh, it's up there." And in the book, it's way longer and more. There's more to it. But they ultimately find what it is. They start touching shit. It's like multiplying. All shit.
And in order to kill any of this thing, you need a fucking big old snake tooth, which Ron
Or the
goes
sword
and
of
get.
Gryffindor. There's
It's
two
always a
things.
fucking catch.
There's two things that can kill a Horcrux is the sword of Gryffindor. I mean, there might be more, but based on the movie, or the Basilic's fang.
And the basilisk we hadn't seen since fucking Chamber of Secrets. Yeah, well, there he's back. The Parseltongue. Parseltongue Scott Mosier.
Peter Parthel.
Parseltongue Scott Mosier with you on a Tuesday morning. It's 8 p.m.
Lots of traffic.
Things are strange today. Very, very strange. All right, so they go bust one of the Horcruxes. Every time they bust one, he gets a little weaker.
Well, they get the Horcrux.
This
and then
one was
they
the most like a video game because there was like levels to it, and you fucking.
They get the Horcrux, and they don't destroy it right there. The Goblin gets the sword of Gryffindor, so they don't have that. They jump on the dragon, which we were talking about. There's a giant dragon that was defending the vault.
Yeah.
And then basically they're like, "How are we going to get out of here?" And then Hermione's like, "I've got an idea."
You know, she
And then
showed
she
her tits to the dragon.
Yeah.
The dragon was like, just burned her alive. They're like, that didn't work.
Yeah, let's not do that.
Holy shit.
Ron, put your cock away.
Oh my God, that didn't work. But did you see her tits before she died?
Yeah.
They were what an
Worked for
amazing
me.
way. Yeah. Why that dragon didn't come, I don't know, because I sure did.
It was magic.
This was actually, I thought it was kind of, they set it up well, one line, because they're doing this fucking, making a noise at it. They got this noise maker.
Yeah, they shake these like rattles at it because it's basically blind.
Yeah.
So they shake these rattles at it.
Because
and-
for years it's been trained to like, whenever it hears that noise, pain follows.
Yeah.
They even say that. They're like, it's trained to expect pain when it hears that noise.
When it hears a noise, and then they're like,
Yeah.
it's like a
And
maraca.
and he's like, oh.
It's like fucking maracas.
Yeah, it's like, la, 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 la. He's got no rhythm, that dragon.
That's why he's here. To make him fucking tense. We let him go. So Hermione doesn't show her boobs or get burned
Right.
in case people are leaving the podcast to go to the movie theater.
Yeah, they're like, holy shit, man. Is that true? No, that doesn't happen at all. But she
They jump on the dragon and basically
cut it loose.
and then the dragon basically sort of is like realizes it's free and says,
Starts
"Fuck
frying
it."
the fuck out of
Yeah,
fuckers. Too.
and
Well,
just
it
like-
takes off through the floors. Boosh,
Yeah, it just
boosh,
breaks
boosh.
through and breaks out the top, and they fly away.
And then comes through the roof, through the floor of the bank, fries the fuck out of some goblins.
Yeah, does not
Takes
not
no
nice to 'em.
prisoners.
Yeah,
Isn't necessarily a friend of the Potter crew either, for that matter, but is definitely.
he's not showing them any. He's just sort of.
Can't even tell he's on his back, probably.
I don't think. Yeah, he's blind. He wants to get out.
Yeah, he's just like, fucking, here's my chance. I don't give a fuck who.
That's the inner monologue.
Yeah, that was what I was writing. I was like, this dragon fascinates me. I'm going to start writing an inner monologue. Climb, my fiery friend. I cannot see, but I feel the light on my dragon scales. That's what I was writing all the time. Out loud.
So they bust out.
He gets out, my favorite part of the movie. Busts out the roof at the top of the bank, just stops and goes,
takes a breath.
yeah, because he's been in a fucking basement forever.
Yeah, he's been in
he's like that little girl that fucking got kidnapped, put in a basement, and then the fuckers were just on trial for putting her in a basement, and they kept her away.
Was it the basement or the backyard?
Wherever.
The one who had kids?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a backyard.
Yeah. I mean, this just fucking, again, this dragon could have been the Hitler of a previous Potter movie series where the goblin, that was focused on the
So
goblins.
we shouldn't feel bad.
That's what I tell myself. So it's to not, cause seriously, the whole time I'm sitting there going like, this fucking thing has been in the basement for so long. This is so sad.
I mean, why can't it be sad?
Why? Because it takes you out of the rest of the movie. You're supposed to be like rooting for victory. And I'm like, why win?
But he gets out.
What kind of world is worth saving where they pin up dragons in basements for centuries? The cruelty of man. It's like, oh, they're going to win. But when does the dragon get to win?
It did. It got out.
Fair enough. Everybody won, kind of, except Voldemort.
Yeah, he didn't win.
Yeah.
A couple people didn't win.
Well, what do you mean?
Some
There were
people-
some casualties.
There were casualties.
One of the twins went down.
One of the twins ends up dying.
Yeah, which is, that's what you got.
It's like about time.
Yeah, well, you got a spare. You know what I'm saying? There's a backup.
Do you think that was part of the reasoning where it's like, well,
Yeah, I think what she was writing the
there's
story.
a lot
she
of
was like,
Weasleys.
oh, there's a fucking throw a rock and you hit one of them Weasley. Like, old man
They're a real
Weasley.
Catholic family.
He don't know what the fuck from a rubber. This guy, he's just like, let's do it. And she's like, oh, and she can't help herself because she loves cock. And they live, you see where they live, far out from everywhere. It's not like, she could fucking, she's got to have it, Scott. And he's there.
Oh, that's why he's got her trapped out there? Because she's
No, he
fucking
ain't got
cock
her
crazy?
trapped. She's not fucking.
But he doesn't want
dragon.
other dudes around.
Well, no, it's just the way they just found a cheap house out in the hinterlands. But they got, obviously, like, they don't have TV and shit. He's way into muggles and whatnot. And I think she was just kind of like, the only way to ever get his attention is to flash his pussy at him and shit. I do it, and he fucks me, and I'm like really fertile. They are kind of Catholic like that.
Yeah, they got a lot.
Catholic family of fucking.
There's like
powder,
5 or
powder.
6, 7 kids, man. They're pumping them out.
I mean, really, like literally, dude. Unless they're going like, we've only had sex this many times, because I think what they're intimating is they do fuck a lot. Like, think about it.
They fuck more than any other couple.
In the Potter world,
Yeah.
certainly more than fucking
She's gotta have
Lillian
it.
and James and shit.
Yeah.
And
Well, they
James,
didn't really have a chance, to be honest.
but James didn't turn out to be such a good guy. It turned out to be kind of a shit. Potter's dad.
James is not really like it really the movie kind of ends where it's like the mother and and Snape kind of become the they sort of rise to the surface of being
Well,
important.
the whole movie, it turns out the whole series is about this little boy who hangs out with a little magical girl. They wind up going to Hogwarts. He gets put in the wrong house. Because remember, they do the sorting hat and then fucking.
Yeah.
Well, what happened in the movie is Snape gets fucking, he killed Dumbledore in the last movie before the last movie or whatever the fuck.
Yes, but there's a catch as to why he dies in this one.
Yes. And, he killed Dumbledore. You think he killed Dumbledore. You're made to think.
He did kill Dumbledore,
But for a reason.
but what? Well, the reason. Are you asking why he got killed in this one?
Why did he kill Dumbledore? He killed Dumbledore because Dumbledore was dying,
Yeah, he
Number
knew he was
one.
going to die, and he said, "When the time comes, I want you to kill me."
but dying too, like sick, I thought.
Yeah, he's sick.
But why? But he wanted Snape to kill him. Why?
I think he wanted because he didn't want. I think he didn't want. He didn't want someone else to kill him, and I think the purpose.
Oh, because he had the wand.
Because whoever claims the wand, whoever claims the wizard claims the wand, or whoever disarms or wins the battle, the wand then belongs to that person. So in the construct of the movie, like what you end up realizing is in the end, when Voldemort can't make the wand do everything it wants, he's basically like he summons Snape because he's like, you killed Dumbledore. The wand won't work for me because you claim the wand, and now I'm going to fucking kill you. And then he's like, Nagini. And then Nagini kills Snape.
One of his best fucking buddies.
Yeah,
his
not
most
really.
trusted servants.
Well,
I guess he's
not that he
friends. But
yeah. But I mean,
guy like that got no friends. Scott, he's
no friend Scott. He
a little
doesn't.
intense for most people.
So
he killed Snape because he's like, you killed Dumbledore, and whoever kills Dumbledore had the Elder Wand. Whoever kills the guy wielding the Elder Wand gets the Elder Wand.
Technically,
and makes it work power. It gets all its power and makes it work.
Well, technically, whoever best or beats the wizard, not necessarily kills him, claims the wand. So what happened was he kills Snape.
And what had happened?
The technicality is that Draco Malfoy had disarmed
Dumbledore. So he was the one that got the fucking Elder Wand out of his hand. So technically, in Draco's hands, Draco was the most powerful fucking wizard.
He had access to it,
but didn't know it.
No,
and even had it, but didn't know it at one point. I think.
I don't think he ever has
to trick it out of him. Yeah, because he's like, didn't at one point he's like, give me my mother's wand or something like that. Well, yeah, like he was running around using his mom's wand. And he was bumming him out. He was like, give me it back.
No, he wants his own wand, not the Elder Wand. Right. He steals Draco's actual wand, not the Elder Wand.
And Draco's like, hey man, the wand chooses the wizard. So Voldemort thought that by killing Snape, then the wand would work.
Yes, but he was wrong.
Right. Once again, this fucker, wrong. For the world's fucking greatest magician or whatever the fuck.
It's a real Three's Company ending.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's a fucking bedroom farce. It's a fucking French bedroom farce. Okay, so Snape gets killed by Nagini. Big snake.
They end up leaving Gringotts. They fly on the dragon. They have the one Horcrux, and then they basically are like, Harry has a vision, I believe, and then they're basically like, there's one more. Okay, there's another Horcrux. There's Nagini, and then there's another Horcrux, and it's at Hogwarts.
Okay.
So they go to Hogsmeade,
right,
which is in a town that I can't remember the name of. It's like the little snowy town and shit. And Hogsmeade is the like bar. The bar in the town.
Okay.
And once they get there, they're getting chased because there's like an alarm, like a car alarm goes off and they're getting chased. And then they basically go to the Hogsmeade and this old guy lets them in and it's, Albus.
Dumbledore's brother.
Yes. And he runs the tavern and no one really realized it until then, but he brings them in and he hides them.
And he's kind of like, Dumbledore's a fucking bastard. Like, he's fucking not nice about his brother.
He doesn't like his brother. He's just like,
he's a fucking prick.
He wanted power.
Yeah, he wanted power. He was a big gay prick who wanted power. All right. That's the sum of Albus. Say what you will about him. I knew him best. He was my brother. And he let his sister die. Yeah. That's what his brother accused him of. He's like, because of my brother, my sister died. Because of my brother,
my sister's dead. But it's, like he's mad because, and there's a painting of his sister on the wall.
Right.
And he's like, he doesn't like his brother. He thought he was a show off.
Right.
And, kind of, arrogant.
I think that's what my brother thinks about me. He's like, he's a show off with them fucking movies. Like, you think when I die, Scott,
you think when
my brother will hate me
he drags kids into a room and he's just like, he's a bastard.
Yeah.
He treated me like shit.
Dumbledore, my brother was a prick, a real prick. Like, do you think my brother will do that to me when I'm gone? He's like, he was no fucking magic wizard.
I mean, you'd be like, I never really stated that.
Yeah, people are like,
I don't think so. Do you get along with your brother?
Yeah, but
I mean, I think their altercation was out in the open, unless you have like some standing feud with your brother.
Yeah, I guess I got to make sure that never comes to pass. Because you never want your brother, when you're dead, being like, what a prick this guy was.
Every time he runs into a stranger, he's like, do you recognize this guy?
He's just punching holes in your
Silent Bob is an asshole.
And you can't defend yourself. You're dead. The whole time you're looking from, in Harry Potter world, you're looking from fucking pictures and fucking puddles and shit like that. That's where they look. That was the one thing, man. Fucking Snape gets killed by the big snake, by Nagini.
Yeah.
At the boathouse, which didn't happen in the book. It was at the Shrieking Shack. I understand.
Yeah.
But they put it in the boathouse, I guess, for like movie reasons. And then you kind of see it. him getting struck, tastefully from outside, and Harry sees it or whatever.
Well, they ultimately re-enter Hogwarts. They the painting of the daughter is a way to get in. They get in there,
And that's how to get back into Hogwarts.
Yeah. So then Nagini kills Snape,
And Harry,
like Three's Company once again was like just outside the window.
yeah, do.
Like fucking Mr. Furley with a glass against the window.
He's like, I'm gonna die, Harry. Save my tears. Are you gay? You shouldn't be living with those two girls unless you're gay and fruity. Look at my necktie.
That's
Fucking Don
that's
Knotts
the Don
is
Knotts
Severus
version.
Snape.
Like, it's weird. Alan Rickman didn't come back, and
They went for Knotts.
hey, is Knotts alive?
I don't know. I don't know. And if he is,
We got
they
a
brought,
bad.
him, they brought him back to life. Just for this role. They're like, fucking who better to play Snape in his final gut-wrenching performance than the incredible Mr.
And D
Limpet?
Knotts.
Yeah, D Knotts. D Knotts in your fucking face.
Tim Conway as Voldemort.
Yeah. I'm here to catch the Wookalar. All right, so they see Snape get fucking iced. And then Harry runs over to Snape, and Snape just says, like, get a jar or some such shit. And he tells him to fucking...
Well, he's just like, yeah, I forget what he said.
He tells him to get his tears. I
Yeah,
don't know
he's
what
crying.
He says. He's crying. Well,
he's weeping.
He's about to.
Oh, I
Like,
think
there's a single tear about to roll. And he goes, get him or something like that. And fucking Harry
get him.
Harry captures them.
Yes.
And then maybe he says, he doesn't even say, take this to the, what is that thing? The pensive. He doesn't say
Pensive,
anything
no,
like that. He goes, get them or take them or whatever the fuck. And then he says, you have your mother's eyes.
Yes.
And then dies.
And then he kisses him. No.
Oh, that would have been so hot. Could you imagine? Then he dies. Then Harry takes that little bottle back to the pensive in Dumbledore's office.
And they're waiting because Voldemort's like, you have 1 hour. Bring Harry Potter.
Or else what's going to happen?
Fucking kill everyone and fuck everyone. And
I got problems. I got fundamental problems with that too. Like the Hitler of the wizarding world. He's like, I want to stage the final showdown at the high school.
Behind the gymnasium, Harry. You'll meet your death.
How do you take that guy seriously? You know what I'm saying? It's just like if Hitler was like, I'm going to take on the Allied forces and the president of the United States at PS 193 in the Bronx, it's going down. Like, why there? You can go anywhere, top of a mountain.
Why go to the high school?
Yeah, like they always pretend like Hogwarts is not the center of the wizarding world. Why wasn't it like fucking like I'm gonna show down in wherever the bank was or whatever?
Well, he went there because there was.
Doesn't it seem he's a little fixated on a boy? If he's like, we'll fight in a high school.
No. They went there because there's still a Horcrux.
Yes, but once he issues his fucking like, give me an hour. You got an hour, or else bodies start dropping out of the sky.
Yeah.
Go to London and do it. Don't do it to magical people. Like, go to London and start dropping fucking straights out of the air. Normies, motherfucking muggles and whatnot. Like, not at the magical school. Like, if you're the guy who's got an army of darkness on your side.
Yeah.
And the only person who can beat you is inside that school. And he's being protected by a bunch of other people with wands. They also have fucking magic. Like, wouldn't you want to be like, let's have the showdown in the least magical fucking place ever?
Technically, at that point, they're not having
New Jersey. London. Like, why not go to London?
He needs to stop them from getting the final Horcrux at that point.
Which is where?
Which is in Hogwarts, which is in the Room of Requirement.
But it's in Harry, I thought. Did he know that there was a Horcrux in Harry?
They get the cup from Gringotts, which is a Horcrux.
Yeah. There's
one. Harry doesn't realize that he's a Horcrux until Snape dies. Before that, they're looking for the last Okay, by the time there's the cup at Gringotts, there's the stake in Nagini, and then there's one more, and that's Ravenclaw's.
Yeah, that was boring.
Tiara.
Yeah. Fucking ghost who's like, I'm not gonna give it to you. And he's like, please give it to me. I'm not gonna give it to you.
Please,
I might not
And then she fucking gives it to him. I'm like, oh my God. If we have to fucking endure that, just give him the fucking tiara so we can beat the snake-faced bitch and move on with our lives. Everyone has fucking stopped dead in their tracks because of this Voldemort. Let's finish him.
So Voldemort is out there. So Voldemort can't leave.
Right.
Because basically he's still trying to stop Harry from getting the last Horcrux.
Right. But he's throwing out empty veiled threats of fucking like, you've got an hour.
You've got an hour because I'm tired or something.
Nagini, give me my easy chair. I'm aching.
So they're in there and they're going after Horcrux. Snape dies. He goes to the pensive.
Harry does. With his tears. Drops Snape's tears into the pensive. And the pensive is where you could see
somebody's memories. Supposedly contained within our tears are memories.
They wrote that in the book?
I don't know. I mean, that's me. I mean, if
that's where your translation?
Well, his tears became memories, so.
What if Snape was just like, take this, and he fucking had his cock dribbling?
It's the pre-cum.
He put that in a bottle. He's like, do you want me to drop in the pensive? He's like, drop it in your mouth.
Do whatever you like.
Cookie party for Snape.
Well, he went out on a high note.
Yeah, I gotta get this to the pensive because I'll be honest with you, I'm really curious what we're gonna see.
It's just like he drops it in there. It's just fucking like every time he's ever jerked off.
It's like a fucking montage. It's like fucking 8,000 images of cum shots over the course of his life. The last one was like 10 minutes
And
before
most of
he
them
died.
are like him fucking standing over Harry's bed. Doing it in his shoes and stuff.
Harry's like, well, I know he saved my life, but
very strange.
yes, I've got to be honest, bit relieved he's gone. As much as the other guy. Don't want to get eaten by a snake man, don't want to be cummed on in the night by an older British gentleman. That's me, Harry Potter, the ABCs of me.
But that's not it. So the tears.
He takes the tears, drops them in, and they finally tell the story of Snape.
Which is a long sort of like he was a kid and he met Harry's mom.
He's hanging out with Harry's mom and
loving
their
her.
friends and shit. And then fucking they go to school together, to Hogwarts. And remember the Sorting Hat. This is all the Sorting Hat's fault. Everything is the Sorting Hat's fault. Like if the Sorting Hat hadn't put fucking Tom Riddle and Slytherin, put him in like Hufflepuff, the harmless house. Hufflepuff, the stoner house on campus. Instead, you take Tom Riddle and you stick him into like the house where all the bad things ever happen, where they're fucking shifty and they're fucking like always looking to take over the world. No, you stick him in fucking Hufflepuff house.
Give him a bong.
Yeah, and the worst thing he does is like,
I want to take over the.
I've created a bong in which 30 people can smoke at once. They're like, that's fucking
He's
bad,
the greatest wizard of all.
Yeah, he's not such a great wizard, but he'll get you fucked up on Friday night. Won't you there, Voldy? Yes. That's what they say.
I could have been someone.
I'm haunted by the notion of a world in which I did so much more.
I can't get off the couch. I can't.
In that other world, you're fucking working at the gag and glory hole, my friend.
That's how it ends for you.
Yeah. What do you want? This or that? Two choices. Mouthful of weed, mouthful of cock. Your choice. Fair enough. What was that? Weed. Yeah, that's what I thought.
You just keep making that shit.
So you learn all about how the Sorting Hat puts Snape in Slytherin house, puts the little girl, Harry's mom,
in Gryffindor.
Is that where she went? She was a member of the Gryffindor house as well?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, James was as well. And because they're in the same house, she hanging out with a bunch of Griffies and shit.
Hand jobs.
Total. And then fucking one of the hand jobs she gives is to James Potter. Who likes it so much. He's like, I'd like you to be my steady.
Thank you, I'll have another.
Most of the guys only want to come in your hand but once. But me, a lifetime.
Oh, James Potter. And I want another. You got two hands.
I never want to make myself come again. Be my wife.
Is my robotic nature
Off-putting in any way.
do I have one emotion and one volume level?
Don't let this alarm you. I'm very romantic. Now, take
I
my
believe I have a limited future ahead of me.
take my cum away from me, would you? That's a girl. Somehow she fell for this dude over fucking
Snape,
and
who did need a haircut in the shower.
yeah, he was a little emo back in the day.
Yeah,
I mean, do you think that
a little emo?
yeah, a little bit. He was a little fucking like man, like what's the point, man? But
Yeah.
like she was the light in his life.
She was.
What was her name? Lillian Potter.
Yeah, he loved her.
He's fucking way into Lillian Potter.
So then, like, when he gets mad at her, and then like he does become a Death Eater.
yeah, he goes off and joins a bad boy club where he's
But
like,
then I believe what happens is that
He
he
finds
goes
out.
to Dumbledore and he's like, he leaks the information.
yeah,
He's like,
they're coming to,
they're going to kill her.
why are they going to kill her?
They're going to kill Potter because of the prophecy that he's the one.
Okay.
Remember,
There was
in
no
Order
other
of the
proof.
Phoenix.
Prior to that,
There was the prophecy, yeah.
just the prophecy. So this crazy,
That's enough.
yeah, I guess wars have been
In that
fought
world.
over a prophecy.
Yeah.
Even in our world, not even fictional.
Lots of
world.
evil people are like, the
like-
story of like an evil person who's told by some crazy person who's like, there's one who will take away your power.
The mystical sons will produce an enemy of you, my lord.
Like, oh shit, no.
Happens to everybody.
That's that motherfucker is lying. That's somebody who's just like a 10% or middle management trying to get in on a piece of a fucking good thing. They see this dude Voldemort on the rise, and they're like, if I act as like the person who tells him, spooks him out, I can get some money off this fool, man. 15%.
The one who does it, remember, is Emma,
Trelawney, Professor Trelawney.
Professor Trelawney only has one. She has one. I think she only kicks out one prophecy her whole life. She can't even like.
in the middle of that class.
She can't even gauge the weather. But at one point, no. Prior to that,
Long before the movies began.
she has one prophecy where she's just like,
There will be a child with a scar.
Nice. That was fucking spooky. Wait, Professor
Should I
Trelawney?
keep talking like this?
You ain't gonna make it very long
I
doing
know.
that.
Have a week.
Wait, she was a Death Eater?
no. But she was like, she's a occlumency. No, I don't know what it is. But anyway, she's like
aura.
she was just auras are people who fight. She was just, she's just some freaky fucking.
She could read tea leaves and shit.
Yeah.
She had
was
big
one-
glasses. That was her thing.
Yeah. I really can't see very well.
I'm a bug-eyed freak. Well, yeah. Let's believe your prophecy.
But everybody's, like that was the idea. She was a joke. And everyone's like, why is she here? She can't teach for shite.
But the only person who
And
believed her was the
Dumbledore is
crazy
just
boy?
like, because she had this one prophecy that was just like, that's all she needed. She was like a one-hit wonder.
But that's enough. I lived off Clerks for a long time. You know what I'm saying?
You followed it up with something.
No, I was mowing the Trelawney myself, my friend. Just living off that one endeavor. I'm like, hey, man, we're not even supposed to be here today, everybody. Clerks.
You remember?
Yeah, black and white magic.
So he was the one.
Live off that fucking accomplishment for a while.
She did well for herself.
Especially because people will be like, maybe there'll be another one.
Yeah.
It's so accurate.
I don't think she needed another one. She came up with
No.
If you come up with a really good one, you're fine.
That's it. It's so expectation. Everyone always wants more. Be happy you get one. You
Yeah,
got
it's
one
like anything
accurate-
else is going to be mediocre.
Somebody breached time and space and literally fucking told you what was going to happen in the future about an event so important it shaped your entire universe. They don't need to do anything else, man. It's nothing but cotton candy and blowjobs for the rest of that person's life because they saved people.
Yeah.
Like a whole world. They saved humans.
Well, she freaked out. She minimally like planted the seed of doubt into Voldemort.
Yeah. And that's
that's what
important.
the
Otherwise, he was unstoppable.
Yeah.
Really? So if nobody had ever said, like, you might lose.
There's a boy.
Yeah.
There's a boy.
So really, the boy wasn't that powerful. It was just like, he was like a fucking stone soup. Like, we'll tell Voldemort that there's only one boy can get.
Yeah, he's on Giggy Lily Lane. Gaga Lily Lane.
And he's like,
Well, the prophecy supposedly the prophecy was like pointed towards him.
to Harry.
Yeah. And so basically they went.
So
He went to
motherfucker,
kill him. He had a reason for going to do it. He wasn't just doing it randomly. He wasn't just like,
He wasn't
I
just
feel like tonight.
yeah.
Let's kill a family.
Hey, Nagini, let's kill a child. Like, are you sure it was a kid's movie?
I'm bored, Nagini.
Nagini, I'm bored.
Let's kill little things.
Let's kill a child.
Right. Off we go.
He's at it again. I don't like when he wants to do this.
He's always starting movie series when he kills these babies. This dude's like fucking juggling 86 different movie series. Like there's the one Harry Potter. Then there's some other family pissed off in America. One over in fucking Germany and shit like that.
Every time he tried to kill a kid.
Yeah, all we saw was the British kid that he fucked with. But
there's different stories.
On every continent there's one.
And it's
one
always
Voldemort.
him?
Yeah. That's where, yeah.
So what happens? So everyone else around the world is kind of let down because they're like,
yeah,
I didn't really get to,
yeah,
I didn't get to
they're
finish
like,
him off.
they're like, wait a second. Like, I thought it was like a mall Santa. Like there was a Voldemort for each nation. Are you saying that we all shared the same Voldemort and now he's dead and the British version of us killed him? What are the fucking chances? Like, and also had we known there were other versions of us, we could have all banded together and killed this fucker
army
a long time ago.
Well, that was one thing I'll say at the end where it did really feel like
it's not good to divide us. You should really, there should be a
unite us.
What about a newsletter so something like this never happens again?
That was one thing at the end. Didn't you feel like after he sort of, after Potter finally defeats him?
Yes.
It's
Voldemort?
Like, yeah. Like it kind of felt everybody was pretty casual. And I know everybody had a bad time, but it's like, you know, he kind of like.
Yeah, like, well done, Harry. As opposed to like, oh my God! Oh my Christ! He died, he came back, and he beat that evil man with no nose! Oh hell, King Harry Potter! Instead they're just like, that'll do, pig.
Could you pass me that Band-Aid?
Yeah, he's like, people are hurt here. Well done, mate, but people are hurt here. There's a lot of cleaning up to do, Harry. He's like, look, I understand that, but we're all wizards. We could use our wands to clean up. Let's take a moment to fucking celebrate me. I mean, I killed this fucker. Killed him dead.
It's hard.
Yeah, it took every bone in my body not to
died.
I wanted to make him Voldemort, but I knew that was wrong. So I had to.
Long-term bad decision.
Yeah, obliterate. That's what I did. Instead of using my other favorite spell, masturbate. That's how I wanted him to die. He should have died painfully.
Just stand up in front of everybody.
You just sit
on to my second career.
And you hear the omniscient narrator come in as the fucking, they pull back on a crane shot. And they're just like, Harry talked well into the evening about his many complaints.
Telling jokes. Off-color jokes.
Harry issued a litany of complaints well into the evening until there was perhaps a crowd of 6.
I mean, on one level, they were all dead.
Which turned out to be carcasses. And thus ended the unhappy life of Harry Potter.
It did on one level. You're like, you're that dude. And it's just like, really, essentially, it's like your whole, like, what made you super cool is kind of over.
What's defined you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. He's just like, Eye of the Tiger. It's the cream of the fight.
Everyone's like, well, you did it.
Well, that's the thing. He's going to get lost now, like Rocky did in Rocky fucking 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Where he's like, once you've beaten everybody, nobody can beat you, man. You take it to the limit and shit. Push it to the limit. That's Scarface. What's the other song? What was the song when you're spending too much money and fucking kissing his broad in the montage and winning fights and shit? At the beginning of Rocky 3, that's how they showed that he was doing well. There's no easy way out. No, that's the other fucking montage toward the end. I don't know, but a montage with Scott would have been nice.
More montages. That's all I'm saying.
Anyway, it is kind of weird, man. Give him something. Give him like an event moment.
Give him a like a short round of applause.
Or just like somebody walk up to him and just start sucking his cock in front of everybody. And everyone just starts fucking applauding it and watching and fucking shooting their wands off into the air as he comes. As a celebration over death, Scott, a life shot right into the mouth of like Chen Cho or fucking who? No, Ginny Weasley. He likes her.
As if you just made it fucking romantic. And plausible. What's a plausible, isn't it? I mean, if it was just some Randy, I guess that'd be weird. But if he nuts off in Ginny Weasley's mouth.
There was a moment where they saw each other and they like fucking, they started making out and shit.
There's a lot of like
intimacy. And then,
well, it's like Ron and
Hermione
finally kissed, but I was like, in the book, they're more in the shit.
Book, she gives him a hand job.
No, in the book, they're kind of like in the middle of the shit. So it's like the fact that it starts and stops makes more sense. Like in this one, it feels like, they're somewhere private.
Yeah.
It's like they could have done something.
They're like, nobody's here.
So I'll just poke it.
Yeah. He's like, just touch it. Touch it. Just look at it. I will
slap it.
Hermione, and now that we've kissed, will you watch me masturbate? And she's like, oh God. Oh God. I really should have went for Harry.
I made a huge mistake.
Ginny is a lucky girl because I've got this one.
Look, Ginger, we gotta get going.
He's like, look, I'm not much upstairs in the brains. I'm not a smart man.
But I tied the end of this thing to my knee.
But check this out. This is all that matters. And he fucking pulls out the biggest cock you've ever seen. And she's like, oh my God, it's my only weakness.
Gosh, Ron.
She's like, oh, I love thick, uncut European cock, Ron. Put it all over me. He's like, that's what I thought.
Tied around my neck like a noose.
Speak to it in your Parseltongue. Put it in your snake hole. They're like, we gotta get out of here, man. Save the dirty talk for later. They could have literally got away with a little fucking.
Just let me cup her boob if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'm going
seriously,
with something.
with all that death surrounding you and you could step outside and be killed at any moment by a dude with no nose, don't you want to come? Like, that's an important.
I mean, because it implies in the movie that he's a virgin.
Who?
Ron.
When?
I assume that they're saying, like, maybe they're not. I mean, it depends on people's translation, but they never say, like.
One girl. Remember, he was dating that one chick who was like, you're so funny.
Oh, so you assume that he was just like.
Oh, well, you don't date a chick that annoying unless she's just like.
In case you're wondering, that's the sound of Kevin eating pizza.
He's like, oh, fucking Magicus. Oh, shit. Fucking, oh, Godicus. Oh, I'm going to shoot white magic all over your fucking tonsils. Oh.
I would have got some, I even in that moment, as much as you even wanted to be a hero, I'd been like, just let me see it.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'd fucking pull it out in front of her and be like, the wand chooses you. She's like, all right, fucking fine. He's like, just give it a few half-hearted tugs then.
Just don't really like you're pulling up a curtain.
We could die at any minute, Hermione.
You have to do something.
Let me get a feel of your hiney. That'd be my thing.
You want to see it or touch it?
I'd be like, let me fucking look at your asshole and jerk off real quick before we go upstairs. And she's like, what? So I said to my wife before every party, let me look at your asshole and jerk off before we go upstairs. But they were in the basement in the fucking chamber of secrets.
They were getting another basilisk fang to kill another Horcrux.
Did they kill the snake or no? I can't remember, but they got a tooth out of him.
They got the teeth were already there. They destroyed the cup and then they destroy something else.
Did they kill a snake though? A snake shows up and chases him, right?
No.
The water just comes into the room.
Yeah. That's the thing. Like, they're all wet already. It's like, Hermione, we should get out of these wet clothes.
Yeah. She's like, oh, Ron, we're all wet. Dry a kiss. He's like, not so fast.
Not so fast. Yeah. I like the way the cloth clings to your nubile body.
I'd like if it got a bit wetter in here. Wet pussy kiss. She's like, oh. Floods herself and shit. He's like, that's a little something I picked up from Harry. He said fucking at one point, because he spoke to the snake. There was a snake, and he spoke to the door.
He opened the door.
He was like, open this fucking door. And they opened one.
Yeah, it was actually in another
And then she looked at him, and he was like,
Harry talks in his sleep.
Oh, that's creepy. Because it infers that he sits there listening.
Yeah.
memorizing whatever Harry says.
He
in his sleep.
masturbates over him with Snape.
Oh, could you imagine? Whenever
Every
Harry-
night there's just like 8 guys
Ron,
around his bed.
Ron doesn't go to bed till like 3 a.m. because he waits for Harry to fucking talk in his sleep and shit. Like clockwork, he does it like 2:30, 2:45 every night or something like that. Ron stays up to hear that so he can memorize what the dude's saying and then masturbate into his mouth as he moves to speak the words. He's like, and his mouth opens and fucking Ron puts one squirt in his mouth, one in his ear, one on his neck, one under his pillow. And then he pushes the fucking thumb. He pushes his thumb on the top of his dick to hold the rest and quick runs to the bathroom and comes the rest out there in the sink. Show me that movie, Scott. Show me. You know how much
Show me
money-
that kind of control.
Do you know how much money that movie would make if they just put that scene randomly in the flick? And like
Not a lot.
I bet you would. I bet you if
You think it would make more?
I guarantee you if you did an R-rated version and all it was added was that scene, it would definitely make at least $40 million more. Because people would be
It
like,
would not make more.
$40 million, like in addition. Like that's a way to get an additional $40
You would
million
lose
out of the kitty.
people.
Not for that. No, because only people going to the R-rated version would be the ones that wanted to see that exact moment.
Yeah, but no. Oh, you're saying like if you go back and release the rated R version with that scene cut in.
Yeah, when they released it, they're like, Harry Potter 7, The Deathly Hallows Part 2, coming to a theater near you, fun for the whole family. And at night, things get sexy.
Get ready to watch Ron drip cum on Harry's fucking
Get
ear.
ready to watch 38 seconds of oddly placed adult content. Controversial to say the least, disturbing at the most.
For no rhyme or reason.
Watch a man come, kinda.
It wouldn't even be rated R.
All right,
It would
X.
literally be rated X.
The R-rated one, instead of him fucking jerking off, he fucking buys a gun and what do they do in R-rated movies? Curses and
It'd be curses. You could have some sex, some
love shows
drugs,
boobs.
more drugs.
Yeah, but you go fucking full on in the X-rated version, man, where they're like, look at him. He's literally, that's him jerking off and fucking, well, you know what it is? It's like, what's his name? Who's Ron Weasley who plays him?
Rupert
Grint.
Yeah.
He goes into fucking the head of Warner Brothers and he's just like, I've got a great idea.
I'm at a job.
Yeah. He's
So
like,
I've got an idea.
this is the last of the Potters. I think I figured out a way. I'm willing to do this, put my reputation on the line for my last bite at the apple. Because these are the dollars that have to last me forever. Because with this, movies are done. Until you guys reboot the fucking series and then I play a teacher in a fucking throwaway scene. Like, this is it for me. So what I'm proposing is we add this jerk-off scene. I'll do it with my own fucking dick. Not even
As opposed to.
not even a stunt cock. Full on Grint, man. Grint on Grint action. And I'll do this trick I do, man, where I do a few drops of cum here, here, and here.
I give Harry a pearl necklace.
And I rush to the bathroom and cum the rest of it in the wastebasket. You guys shoot it. Release the X-rated fucking Ron Weasley cut with just that piece. Whatever we make from that, you don't have to pay me any residuals or anything else on Harry Potter. You don't even have to give me my last big salary for Harry Potter 7. I just want the money we make from that. That's a fucking sweet deal. I would do that, man.
That's an
worth it.
amazing story.
If you're Ron Weasley, if you're Rupert Grint, I'd go out there fucking tub thumping for this movie's alright. You're like, look, I love the Harry Potter movies and we're at the end and the magic's gonna be wrapping up soon, folks, but the only way to experience this movie is not in IMAX, not in 3D. It's in fucking
X.
Grint. Yeah, it's Grint X. It's Rupert X. That's how you need to see it. There's this version of Potter where I jerk off. Come see that one, please. Support this kind of filmmaking. Who knows who'll jerk off in a movie next? Johnny Depp, Daniel Craig, to any of today's Hollywood's brightest stars. I don't know. I think you'd do it. I think you could make 40, 50 million.
You think it'd be $40 or $50 million?
I think so.
Would you go to the theater?
Fuck,
It's
yes.
too short. I mean, it's
I
pretty short.
I would campaign for that movie, even if I wasn't in it making
You
no.
are right now.
I am. I would, even if I wasn't making a dime, I'd be out there on the streets handing out pamphlets on behalf of the movie. I was like, we need more of this. And the only way they're going to get that message if you vote with your wallet. Please come see the X-rated version of Harry Potter. It's magical and it's touching and it's oddly touching
himself.
Yeah. I would. I'd like to see that, man. That kind of thing interests me.
What'd you think of the end where it's like basically
I thought it was sad.
he wins and then the last section is like them as adults?
Well, first off, in this world of magic, how come you can't bring a motherfucker back? How come we couldn't save Snape? Like fucking just suck the poison out of him or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It ain't right. He just lets him die.
Well, he was dead.
No, he was dying because he was like, take my tears, Harry. He didn't say that, whatever he said.
Well, they said that's like kind of magic that doesn't. I mean, there's like the other Deathly Hallows, the thing that can bring people back from the dead, but they don't really come back. Like they're kind of not
Like zombies or whatever.
Yeah, or just like really like lethargic and depressing.
But think about how many times Harry Potter has been close to death. Even in this very movie, he winds up in that spectral train station trying to eat that little abortion kid, if I remember the movie correctly. Even so at that point, like you could, he's died a bunch and come back. How come he's always being saved by this motherfucker or that? How come Harry couldn't have been like fucking used his wand to like suck out the fucking poison?
I don't know.
He didn't try hard enough. He doesn't have that go get him.
No
spirit.
effort.
Yeah.
Lack of effort.
All about him saving his life, his friends. That was, he drops some tears in the fucking,
Pensive.
the pensive, sees this whole story. He sees that Snape goes to warn Dumbledore that Voldemort is going to come kill the baby. He says, you must protect them. And he doesn't, because they show the next scene. Well, they show, the fucking, I guess they show fucking, James and Lillian in a flashback at one point.
Yeah.
But they show Snape going back to Dumbledore to be like,
let them die.
yeah, he's like, you fucked up, you fucking idiot. Like, I literally told you to save them, and they killed the only woman I ever loved, and she was married to that prick, but still, like, that didn't mean she deserved to die.
Yeah.
And I came to you for help. And Dumbledore was just like, hey man, like fucking 1 out of 3 ain't bad. Yeah, the baby's fine. Fuck off. Like he got real defensive, real kind of tight about it. But Snape was understandably upset. And fucking rather than be like, oh my God, I fucked up. I'm sorry. He's like, well, he put it on Snape. He's like, well, fucking, if you loved her, you'll take care of the baby, look after the baby, make sure the baby's okay and shit. And suddenly Snape is casting the role of the fucking
3 men and a baby.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no, he doesn't have to raise the kid, but he's still like, he's like, this kid ain't mine.
It's not my problem.
I wanted my cum in this girl. It wasn't. It was James's cum. Is that his name? James
Potter, yeah.
Just Jimmy Potter fucking nutting all over her, makes this little fucking useless brat. And now I've got to protect it my whole life because I liked her an awful lot, maybe even loved her.
Yeah.
But she chose a prick over me. All right. Dude's whole movie's about how miserable his poor fucking dude's life is.
He was committed to taking care of him.
Even though he didn't like the kid.
No.
Like it wasn't like he was acting all the time when he was like, Mr. Potter. He just hated him.
I don't know
But
if he hated him.
he didn't like him. That's hate.
You think he hated him?
I think so, man. If you think about it, it's like in his mind,
I thought he was like,
you're the product of fucking, if it weren't for fucking James Potter.
Jimmy's seed.
Yeah, Jimmy came all over the woman I loved. One time it was you. Like, this sucks. Like, that ain't right.
I don't know if he hated him so much as he was,
Jealous?
no, like I think that his, the way that he's portrayed in the movie or in the books is that like Harry reminded him a lot of his father.
Right.
And like he sort of, and enough of the mother.
The eyes is like, you have your mother's
eyes. And nipples.
He didn't say that. It would have been awesome if he was like, he's just dying. Well, he didn't mean it, but it's just dying. Wrong synapses are firing. He's like, you have your mother's pussy. And Harry's like, what does that mean? Just spends another movie series trying to figure that out.
So he was like, Snape basically, I don't think he hated him. I think he was more,
But he found this out all through the tears.
Oh, what he finds out at the end is that Dumbledore basically, it's like, Snape is just like, once again, he's just like, you're a dick.
Yeah.
Like, you're telling me that Harry has to die in order for Voldemort to die, which is this thing where it's like when he killed Lily Potter, Harry becomes an actual Horcrux. A little piece of Voldemort's soul goes into Harry.
Why? Because
in order to create a Horcrux, you need to kill somebody. And I mean, I don't know if it was completely clear, but the idea is like, if you want to create a Horcrux, you kill somebody. And I don't know, sparks were flying and some fucking piece
Shit
of
was going down, sparks were flying, magicians were running this way and that, wizards were fighting. It's a wizard fight, wizard fight. Scott Mosier's latest top 40 hit, Wizard Fight. Wizard Fights.
And so so a little piece of his soul
winds
goes
up in Harry. So a little piece of Voldemort goes into Harry. And so Dumbledore, what you learn in the pensive is Dumbledore, this rat bastard Dumbledore,
Yeah.
was like, yeah, man, fucking, in order to kill Voldemort, Harry's got to die. So be it.
Yeah. He's like, that's his cross to bear. Life
Yeah.
is tough.
Yeah, yeah.
And so then Harry's just like, all right, I got to go out. And he's going to go out and face down Voldemort and basically let him kill him.
Pretty much sure that he's going to die.
And Voldemort zaps him. And that's when he goes into the white train station
Where
with
he's
the
dead.
fetus. Yeah.
He's dead. He dies.
Well, technically, technically maybe he was dead, but I thought what they were saying is that like what happens in that moment is that Voldemort kills a part of himself. Like in the end, when Voldemort strikes him down,
Yeah. He also
he doesn't kill Harry. He kills the part of him, which is
Well, doesn't Dumbledore give him a kind of choice where he's like, you could go that way? He's like, you can go back.
you got a choice.
He doesn't say like, he kind of, if I remember correctly, he kind of intimates like you could fucking get on the train, which will take you back to fucking to heaven or some such shit, or you can go back to Earth. And I think, maybe I imagine that.
No, he might have. Anytime they talk about alternate afterlives, I
Well, he
just start to check
he
out.
goes, Professor, is this real? Or something like that. Or he's like, if this is in my head, is this real? And Dumbledore's just like,
Just because it's in your head, why wouldn't it be real?
yeah, or so we're fucking like, all head's good head, Harry. So his parting shot is just like,
as long as it's head, man.
yeah,
It's all
fucking-
good.
It's all good. It goes where it goes, Harry. When it goes, it goes. It's all good in the hood. Yeah, that shit's all pink in the dark, Harry. You just don't want to come by yourself. Harry's long gone. This guy's muttering at a train station. Little Voldemort feels like, I'm listening. He's like, you shut up.
You shop, you.
All right. Maybe we'll be friends. We'll see.
That's the movie. Fucking Voldemort carrying around this little fucking fetal backpack.
He becomes like a Quado in his chest. People are like, it's rather unlikely, but he who shall not be named joined up with Dumbledore.
He wore him.
They live in a flat above a restaurant
It was like a change purse.
in Diagon Alley. It's an odd couple sort of thing. See, Dumbledore's wife was getting very tired of him and threw him out, and he joined up with his friend in an apartment. Can these two middle-aged men share an apartment without driving each other crazy? So, like, now you're just doing fucking The Odd Couple.
It would
They're
be.
like, yeah, man, but I can spin Harry Potter into any number of fucking...
That's what Pottermore is. It's just
You could just
an
keep going.
endless cycle of.
Apply Potter to every sitcom that you like.
Do you think they'll ever? When I was driving over, I was wondering if they will they reboot or just remake the movie?
Yes. I say 10 years.
10 years, I'll just
That's
start
my
remaking
guess.
them.
There's no way they don't. You know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't the be all and all. Think about it. Between the first movie and the last movie, effects improved dramatically.
Yeah.
In 10 years, what will the effects be like? This is not the last movie. It's not like your cherished childhood memories. No, fucking.
I assume the big thing though is like it wouldn't be a reboot; it would be literally like remakes.
Yeah, they would just do the whole thing all over again. Dude, why not? They do Batman all over again every once in a while. Same thing here.
Maybe in
man.
5 years.
Too
Too soon?
Yeah, I think 5 years might be too soon. But it depends. It depends on the economy. It depends what happens with like that's been a nice 10-year fucking tentpole franchise for Warner Brothers.
Longer than that, hasn't it?
A decade.
Really?
Yeah,
They
yeah.
made them all in a decade?
I think so. I think it was in 10 fucking years. So
Wow.
they might be like, we'll be all right without it. Well, we can last 10 years, but 5 years from now, they might be like, pull the fucking trigger. We're in trouble. We need some of that Potter magic.
Give the Potter money.
Conjure up some money.
Potter money.
We need money. Magic wizard money. All right, so Harry goes off. He's in the fucking his mind heaven thing.
Yeah.
Train station. There is literally an aborted.
There's a small
Voldemort
little
fetus,
which ultimately is like you see the same thing in Goblet of Fire.
Yes.
Like near the end of that movie, the rat dude walks out with him and then chucks him in a cauldron.
Yes. And he's that size and shit.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing. I think they just used the same one.
Probably again. They're like,
some-
where's the? Go grab that one. They're like,
Go grab
"Where's-"
that one. Put some shit on it.
He's like, I sold it to one of those dudes that likes movie props. Like, get it back. They use it again. They show it. Harry comes back from the dead.
Harry is dead. Everyone thinks he's dead.
Right.
He ends up back there, and Voldemort is basically like, someone go check him. Someone go give him a shove.
Right.
And Draco's mom walks up
That's right.
and feels, I don't know, just whatever
she goes
does.
to check him to see
And she says, is he alive?
because she's wondering about, this was actually good. I like this. Harry, at one point, he's being chased by Draco and some of his fucktard friends. Crab
They're
and
all in the
Goyle.
room of requirement, and he's getting the final Horcrux, and those guys start a huge fire.
Yeah. Chase, they don't know how to fucking, this thing, a spell of fire chases him.
Yeah, one of the dumb ones, Crab or Goyle.
Goyle,
or
one of
whatever.
those fuckers. And then Draco at one point winds up like almost being claimed by the flames, and then Harry, they escape, but then Harry's like, we must go back for Draco,
Yeah.
and they're like, no, fuck him. Whoever they were with, they were just
Ron
like,
and it's Ron, Hermione, and Harry, and then Draco's like climbing on top of the thing, and there's Draco and
leave
one
him.
other guy, and he tells Ron, he's like, we can't leave him, and Ron's like, I hope I don't die.
you're
Something like-
right, Pratt Potter. Something like that. He's like, I'm getting too old for this shit. And he turns his broom around. They go back. And they save Draco and the other dude. One of the Crab or Goyle, whoever it was, he fucking goes. He's claimed by the very
One
same
guy's
fire.
died. Yeah,
The
one
big
of
bully.
the big
fucking
bully
dude.
dies.
He's claimed by the very fire he created,
Yeah.
Scott. So he's hoisted on his fucking fat ass petard. So he saves Draco.
Yes.
Doesn't have to. Could let him die.
Yeah.
Saves him.
Saves him.
So in this moment when he's been killed, quote unquote, or, looks like he's fucking mostly killed by Voldemort, and Voldemort's like, somebody check him, check the body, check his pulse, check his wallet. Make sure it's him. They,
Nick his wallet.
see if he's hard. Check his dick size. Pull it out. Let's look at his dick. He's dead. You can't stop it. Let's see how big the boy who lives dick was. The boy whose dick didn't live. The boy who had a dick. That's his new nickname, everybody. So like that counts for everybody. He's like, so technically did the boy who lived. All boys, at
It's
least.
like he gets really weird sometimes. He goes on tangents.
You always gotta be right, don't you, Lord Voldemort? He's like, well, if wanting to always be right is wrong, then I never want to be right.
Wrong.
Yeah, or something. But
Check his dick.
so she goes over Draco's mom
Yeah.
to check, and she whispers to him. She goes, "Is Draco alive or whatever?"
Because she must sense that he's not dead.
Yeah.
Like he's breathing.
And then Harry like fucking nods or whatever,
winks.
and then she says, he's dead. or
He's
whatever.
dead.
But wait, she
indicates that, yeah, he's dead.
she finds him. And then they walk out. Like at one point, there's a shot of her walking out with Draco, like
That's
walking
very
off
end.
the Hogwarts.
That's at the
campus.
very, very, very end.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay, so then Harry is pretending to be dead, aided by Draco Malfoy's mom.
Yes. And then Hagrid picks him up, and they basically are walking towards Hogwarts, and they're laughing, going like, "Ha, the boy who lived is dead."
Yeah, they're like,
And
what
all
an
that-
ironic name it is now, eh, everybody? He's not the boy who lived. He's the boy who's dead and that the big giant's carrying, and he's dead because I killed him.
And he doesn't have a big dick because
Yeah.
we checked.
We pulled it out. Might have been a little beneath us, but whatever. Big day for us, our organization. We were
Been a long time.
came back from the dead. Fucking look at all these people. Would have been a real shitty letdown if I didn't win. So this rocks for us. I'll be honest. Who wants a hot dog? My treat.
So then they show up, and all the people come out. Everybody walks out. All the other Hogwartians, and basically they see that Potter's dead, and everybody's bummed out.
Right.
And
They're like, we are fucked. Like
Yeah.
literally, the prophecy said this kid was the only one who's going to save us.
Yeah.
And if he's dead, we are fucked. It's life under.
well,
Voldemort.
everybody except for so then Voldemort is just like, kneel, pussies. Like,
Oh, that's right. I remember.
and
this.
then fucking Neville Longbottom's like, oh, well, he's got the sorting hat, which he's picked up out of the rubble. And he approaches Voldemort and he's like, he's basically, says like,
Fuck you.
I got something to say to you. Go fuck yourself.
He comes up to Voldemort, just does that long walk. They're like, he comes out of the crowd separates, does a long walk up to Voldemort. He's like, who would dare to face the evil Dark Lord that is Voldemort? And fucking Neville Longbottom comes up and he's just like, oi! Pulls his dick out, pisses on his fucking shoes. That's what I think of you, Snaky Snake. Fuck you. Fuck your organization.
You can all go fuck yourselves.
You're all a bunch of fucking ponces.
You're all a bunch of lousy cunts.
So what does he do? He puts the sorting
He
hat on him?
basically says like, go fuck yourself. Like,
What's
just
the
because
hat?
Harry's dead doesn't mean we're going to stop fighting. Like, that's not where we weren't fighting because Harry
He
lived.
basically comes to him with the hat. And he's like, please don't kill me. I'll give you this hat.
I got a hat. I got a hat and a mouth. 2 arms. I got some gillyweed. I can suck your dick underwater for an hour.
The kids are watching closely to see if this works.
And I let him go. If it works, I'm next in line.
Like you grab something. Just give him a gift. He just wants something. Grab that painting off the wall.
Don't grab a piece of brick. It's not going to work.
No, he wants nice things. Here's a colander, my lord.
It's a bit varnished. Cleanicus off.
Yes. Yeah. I get to the voice. Yeah. I needed a colander.
That's what it's all about.
Rebuilding, you see, so we could use a colander. Past then. Like, all right. What does he do? Does he throw down?
Neville basically throws down. Yeah, he's like, go fuck yourself. Like, Harry's dead, but that's not why we were fighting, and
Right.
I'll never stop fighting.
Until I'm dead.
Till I'm dead. And then I can't. So then I think
He's like, you got served.
he has
He's like, no, I
he
didn't.
just blows him into a million pieces. He's like, hey, anyone else got any ideas?
Do you know?
Anyone else want to call me a cunt?
Do you even know the definition of you got served? What do you mean? Well, technically, I served all of you. I killed Harry Potter.
I served your paper.
No, fuck you, Snaggy. You got served. Why do you say this to me?
That's how you defeat him, just confuse him.
Beatrix, didn't I serve them?
This isn't going the way I planned. He stole my line. I was about to say, hey, you've got served.
I don't understand. The prophecy said that I served them, clearly.
But he actually...
Oh, you're gonna serve us, all right. The fucking gagging gargoyle. No,
he
man.
shows up, he's like having a lot of fun, and he's kind of laughing at him.
Potter.
No, Voldemort is just like...
He is kind of like what a bitch winner.
Yeah, he gets
Sort
pretty
of
like
winner.
goofy.
Yeah,
he
he's
gets a
just
little
like,
hot.
Look, I've killed a child.
Look at me dance.
Yeah, everyone kill a kid. It's easy.
It's a new holiday.
Like, why is he so proud of that? He's the most powerful wizard that ever lived, and he killed like an 18-year-old
17-year-old kid.
17-year-old child. Is that
Never
really?
even gotten laid.
Is the bar that low these days? He was dancing. He was doing.
Yeah,
a lot of,
he was jumping around. He was pretty excited.
to be fair,
I mean, in all fairness,
Yeah.
yeah, it's like it's been a long go for him.
Yes, you've survived death. You come back, and you were on the ropes, man. Like, he literally had you on the ropes, but still.
You were a fetus.
You flipped it. You rope-a-doped him, and you're fucking back.
And you won.
Yeah.
But right around then is like, I
You're
think.
going to sleep so well. That's the first time ever you're going to have a good night's sleep since you were Tom Riddle when you were a boy.
And so I think, so what's his name has the sorting hat. He might pull out the sword. I don't
Oh, he does.
He pulls out the sword of Gryffindor
out of the sorting hat.
and everyone's like, what's that? And then
Maybe
fucking
is it
Harry.
the sorting hat?
Yeah.
He pulls it out of?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so then Harry wakes up.
Why is it in the sorting hat? Sorting hat's like, ow.
Get that out of me.
Get that sword out of my ass.
It was in the.
Neville.
I don't know because it's like, you know, the whole like thing of like the sword appears to
To those who need it.
those
Because
who
it disappeared at one point when
Yeah.
the little goblin dude who's like, give me the sword.
Like,
Potter.
now I have the sword.
and then it disappears.
He fucked him over too. He's like, I've got this sword. I lived up to my bargain. And then he gets fucking
And then
killed.
he runs off with it and then it disappears and he dies.
He doesn't really run. He kind of waddles.
He waddles.
Yeah. But then he dies.
Yeah.
Waddling and shit.
So then he pulls out the sword. Harry's alive. Harry comes back to life.
Yes.
And then the shit's on again. And the fight.
Round two.
Fight's on.
Does the sword play a part?
Yes. Then the only thing left is like Nagini. The sword kills Nagini.
That's how they kill.
Yeah, Hermione and Ron are trying to get it with the Basilisk's fang.
Yes.
And basically
They
then
lose their.
they
fucking
lose
fang.
the fang and then they're trapped and they're about to Nagini's about to pounce on him when Neville Longbottom's like, "Oi!" And he jumps in and he chops the snake's head off.
He out of nowhere. He just stabs.
Yeah, he was kind of, he was waiting on the side.
Yeah, he's just like, oh my god, watch this. They all thought I was fucking big, dumb,
Dumb. Now I'm gonna get
young,
pussy.
dumb, and full of cum. He's like, I'm gonna be the hero of this bitch. I may not be Harry Potter, that's fine, but I'm gonna be like second in the legend.
He is.
Yeah, like kind of like he took a jump.
Well,
over
he was the other.
Hermione and Weasley.
He was essentially like his life mirrored Harry Potter's in that like both of his parents were killed too.
So he was like Mario Lemieux to Harry Potter's Gretzky.
Yeah, basically.
He was just like, look, I'm happy. I'm content with my records. I think they speak for themselves.
He didn't quite
But-
enter the league like Lemieux did. He entered the league
He
more
did.
just like.
Well, he entered the league more like Gretzky in as much as people were like, this kid doesn't look like much. He can't fucking skate.
Yeah, he
He's
can't
not
do
fast.
shit.
His fucking slap shot's terrible. But he finished more like Mario Lemieux, where he's just like, look, there's a great one, and I get it. And fucking, I think I was great, and everybody knows I was great. And if I didn't get pulled out of the game from back problems and fucking, leukemia problems or whatever he had, I might have fucking bested him.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I'm content with who the fuck I am, man.
I played my role. I did well. I performed
Neville,
well.
is it Neville Longbottom?
Yeah.
Is the fucking Mario Lemieux of the Harry Potter universe.
not
of the
Ron.
Wizarding World. No, oddly
Neville.
enough. Ron winds up being like Yari Curry, like a huge, definitely Hall of Fame material, but not,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like that name doesn't roll off the tip of your tongue after a few years. And
No,
shit.
Longbottom was like he was the one who when everybody left, like he was the head dude at Hogwarts. Like
He takes
leading-
over?
Yeah, like when all those guys are gone, Longbottom's like the head of the revolution. Like he's the guy who's like he's get the shit kicked out of him all the time, the teachers, because he's just like
Yeah.
he's just telling people like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, he's like, he's coming back. Harry Potter will be back.
And
And if
all-
he's not,
Yeah, and
fuck
he would.
him, I'll take over. It's time
He
for
got real
Neville.
mousy. He's like, I'll bring it down a bit.
I've got a secret agenda.
But yeah, he basically became the dude who was like, running the sort of revolution in the school.
Right.
And so then he kills Nagini. Voldemort's like, ow! So
Because
then,
that's the last Horcrux.
yeah, and then
At
there's
that point, he's
basically just
mortal.
him.
Yeah.
Basically.
Once again, this is a video game. There's
Yeah.
so many levels, and then the boss stage is you're weakening the boss, and now you got to still take him out.
And then he
Still a
basically,
lot of green left in his life bar, Scott.
but he's in trouble because basically,
Fight.
then it comes down to the Elder Wand is not his, and it just won't work the way it needs to, so he loses.
Right. And the reason the Elder Wand doesn't work is because the person who could make it work
Is Draco Malfoy.
was Draco.
He
but,
needed to kill Draco.
well, no, Harry disarmed Draco and took the wand. So the whole time they were like, at the end of it, they're like, the Elder Wand works for you. And it would work for Harry.
Yes.
Harry would be
It
the
was
most
always
powerful
Harry's.
wizard in the fucking known universe.
Yes.
But instead,
Draco had disarmed
He shoves that fucking wand straight up his enemy's ass. He's just like, fuck
He's like,
you.
and he breaks it.
I'm gonna fucking shove this up your ass and break it off in you, you piece of shit. I hate you. And he's a lot more noble and subtle than that. But yeah, he throws the
They're
wand
like, we'll
down.
have to ADR that performance.
Yeah, they're like, Daniel, I respect the spirit of that performance. And in truth, that's probably what you would say. But this is a PG.
Yeah, maybe just grit
movie.
your teeth and
We're fighting Steve Klove's weird changes. Please don't fucking.
so then he basically, I mean, there's still, and then there's all kinds of little, while those guys are fighting,
Right.
other people are fighting. Harry finally defeats him. I think he just kind of dissolves or whatever. I think he dissolves. I don't
Who,
think
Voldemort?
Yeah.
Yeah, he like ages real quickly. And
Yeah, and he
fucking
turns to
flakes out
dust.
and
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Oh, no, I'm dusting. You're like, what? It's dusty. And he's gone.
He came like he arrived.
Like, wow, that's dude. Well, that was something of a whimper, no?
And then Harry walks
What
back.
were his final words? It's dusty.
It's dusty, which I guess it was from his perspective.
Truer final words were never spoken by an evil wizard.
He was always observant of his surroundings.
Not a very good strategist, but very observant. He likes to do observational humor. He can do the best shit on milk and, what's in it, what's not.
The expiration dates on milk. He was amazing.
He's
He had
like,
a bit.
why is there even an ingredients list on milk? Think about it. Like shit like that would blow your mind. If you were high, he was really funny. He wasn't all bad. He had his moments.
So then Harry walks back into the, I guess like everybody's sort of convalescing or whatever. And he kind of walks back into the hall and then it's like, he's kind of wandering around the room.
Who wants to suck off the greatest wizard that ever lived? Anybody?
Anyone? Is that?
Hey, Williams, kick up the score. Let's try this again. Who wants to blow the greatest wizard? Like, Harry, there have been a lot of injuries. Wrong.
Is this not in the prophecy? I thought that,
Where's Professor Trelawney?
Yeah.
Hey, what does the gods say about when I get my dick wet, eh? Tree? Lonnie? Prof? Anybody?
Yeah, he goes in, there's a bunch of people dead, like one of the Weasley twins is dead.
Fucking, what's his fuck dies too? The Wolfman.
And his wife. Tonks,
his wife, Tonks.
And Lupin.
Lupin.
They both die.
And they had a baby. They had the baby.
The baby.
But the baby didn't die.
No, and Harry's the godfather, so Harry raises their kid.
Of Lupin and,
Yeah, it's in the end of the book. They didn't put it in the movie when they cut to the train station. It's like,
probably because most people are like, who the fuck's, Tonks?
Tonks.
Tonks? Like, who the fuck's Tonks? Like, who the fuck's Lupin? They don't know them by their names. Like, Harry Potter, Ron, Hermione. You don't even know Voldemort because half the time they're like, don't say his fucking name. So you never learn his name. Like, Tonks was in and out, man. If you read the books, maybe, but in the movies,
Yeah.
you're like, she looks like she'd suck some cock. And that's all you really think about her before suddenly she fucking dies. She looks
But
punk.
who
She looks
Lupin
edgy.
is.
Yeah, he had a whole movie to himself. Plus, he was awesome in Naked. How do you forget David Thewlis?
Yeah.
Fucking, if you've never seen the movie Naked,
Watch it.
yeah,
He's
he's
it's
genius.
amazing.
It is one of like the 10 greatest performances ever committed to cinema. And that movie is fucking fascinating, and it was just improvised.
Yeah.
It's worth a watch. Mike Lee's Naked is so
He
fucking
is really fucking good.
good. Then imagine
Intense
him
and funny.
being Professor Lupin.
Yeah. But
you big girl's blouse. Remember he calls it.
Yeah, he
big
goes,
girl's blouse.
he goes like, where he's in like with the security guard, the
Yeah.
guy's like, brings up Nostradamus, and he's just like, no, I don't mean Nostradamus, you big lady's blouse.
That's it. Dude gets all fucking offended and shit. That's such a fucking good film, man. He's so damn good in it. He was good in the Potter movies too, but fucking dies in the end. You see him fucking dead, holding hands. with
They
his
both
wife.
die, and it's actually when I was watching. So then they die. Some people are dead, some people are alive.
Right.
It's life. Harry walks out to the bridge, and then Ron
Gets rid of the wand.
Hermione show up, and he's like, "You got the Elder Wand. You could get massive pussy." And then Harry breaks it, And he's just like,
And he's like, I guess you don't want massive pussy. He breaks it. He's like, I like cock, Ron. Credits.
he's like, I guess you could have got lots of cock then.
He's like, oh shit. Credits.
You're a short-sighted fucker.
Your hunger for cock has short-sighted you, Potter. I am the enemy. And then fucking Weasley becomes the bad guy. We start all over again.
Yeah, I didn't kind of understand why he got rid. I mean, I
Because
guess
he doesn't want to be tempted. He doesn't want to become that prick one day with no nose who's just like, Nikini.
he didn't want to. Well, I think he kind of didn't want to deal with being
Or if he's like, look,
Dumbledore.
he's seen there is no fucking Elder Wand. Like, I threw it out. Like, I don't have it. Don't come look
Leave
at
me alone.
Kill
Hey,
me for
hey,
it.
leave me alone.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm done with this shit. Finished. I put in my time for King and Country.
So
Knock the fuck off. I want to.
I want to relax. I want
Yeah.
to fucking mow some lawn.
I've missed like fucking 3 seasons of fucking Lost. I would like to watch them. I'd like to catch up. I'm a huge fan of the Tudors, and I missed last season because I was fighting this prick. Like, I was out in the woods during the entire Tudors run.
and my DVR broke, so all that shit's gone. And then so then they I don't know, they talk on the bridge, and then it cuts to like
On the bridge, they're like, friendship is the greatest
magic of all.
Credits.
And then they cut to the train station
Right.
where the Hogwarts Express, and there's a bunch of kids, and it's kind of like the first time Harry was there. Once you
They
realize
cut to the future.
they cut to the future.
Welcome to your future, Mr.
Potter.
And
You've got a little bit of grey hair.
yeah, they let them play themselves. I wish they hadn't done that because you could have fucking just put glasses.
It literally
on that
looked like
scar
a
on
high
everybody.
school performance of like the Potters in the future. It was like
It did. It looked like they were at Rushmore.
like Ron. It was like they was like, put this pillow in your shirt.
yeah.
You look frumpy.
I got old and fat, everyone.
Around me midsection, I've got a little plump.
I'm 50 years old. 50. Thank you.
Especially in a world where it's like you see fucking the Curious Case of Benjamin Button, where it's like they literally fucking reverse age Brad Pitt. It's like
Yeah.
they've literally spent probably $1 billion making these movies. It's like you can't fucking break off a little bit of
more
money
for
to like.
this. Or P.S. You don't even have to spend any money. Just fucking be like, hey kids, we're just gonna hire like fucking every cool young British actor who never got to be in the Potter movies to be you guys in the fucking future. Like, you know how they always had cool British actors throughout that.
Yeah, yeah.
They'd be like, we're gonna get fucking who's a cool British actor? All right, maybe he's not British, but they're like, we're gonna get Johnny Depp to play older Harry, and we'll give him the glasses and the scar so he'll know it's fucking him.
Yeah, yeah.
No, in fact, I'll have a T-shirt that says Harry Potter on it, just to be sure.
I'm Harry Potter.
You get Kate Beckinsale plays Hermione
Yeah.
at an older age. You get
I say like there's technology exists. Why not just sort of like age them?
you get to shoehorn in like 8 more cameos by cool people, by famous people that people are like, oh shit. You get who be Ron? Who's that fucking dude who's in Win-Win? Paul Giamatti. Paul Giamatti is Ron Weasley.
Yeah.
You get who was playing Harry Potter? Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
Let me see. Who's that? Like who would be Ginny Weasley?
What's her name?
Julianne Moore.
Sure.
She's a ginger. One of them gingers. They always say that.
You made it sound real dirty.
Well, they make it dirty. They're like, yeah, one of them filthy gingers.
Filthy ginger.
I'm like, wait, man, ginger like sets you apart. Doesn't that make you like, hey, you're one of them fucking gingers? Like it's rare to see a ginger, but over there,
Not
like,
with all the
fucking
Weasleys.
dirty ginger. Yeah, it's a fucking family. Ginger's is red hair, right? It's not some horrible racist term that I keep repeating.
No, it's just yeah.
You're like ginger means Jews. I'm like, oh, sorry,
Red-haired Jews.
Okay, so who could play her? Julianne Moore.
Yeah.
She might be too old. No, Julianne Moore. Not she ain't old, but I mean, because Ginny Weasley was young. I'm backpedaling because I don't want Julianne Moore to be offended as if she's ever going to hear this. Somebody I know worked with her recently. I said she was really cool.
Sweet.
I was like, did you ask her about that shortcut bush scene?
And they were like, no, that didn't occur to me.
I was like, that's all I do.
Because it's not even a question. It's more like the Chris Farley show. It's like, remember when you were shortcuts and you showed your pussy?
Yeah. Was it cold? Because, there was nothing covering your pussy except your pussy hair. Was your pussy hair cold? Come back. Where are you going, Julianne Moore? Then have famous people play them in the future. That would have been a little, I mean, I know it would not have been satisfying for those kids who played those roles their whole lives to fucking like, what are you saying? The last thing you ever see is like fucking famous people playing our parts?
I'm like, yes.
Or no, what you do is the last thing you ever see, like, we'll make you a deal. Let the famous people play your parts in the future. And then we'll freeze frame on the three of them together and dissolve back to like you guys as yourselves. And you'll wave at the camera. And they go race off into the distance like Little House on the Prairie. And then while the credits roll, we see you guys rolling down
the hill. I would have gone with technology. I think they could have actually just, like, I think it's been proven that they could have aged them.
Right.
It literally looked like they threw some talcum powder in fucking Daniel Radcliffe's hair.
Yeah.
And pushed him out there and all like, you're an old man, there's a kid.
Yeah, pretend you're old. Pretend life's hard.
And then with the girls, all they did was go like, give them like congresswoman haircuts.
Or with Hermione, they like put pearls around her neck.
Yeah.
All right, now she's an old lady.
Oh my God.
Look at how much she's aged. She's aged well.
She must have had kids.
They should have fucking done something like, look, these magicians, they practice the black arts. They just made themselves look young forever until they die.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
dead inside. They're like 400 years old, rotting.
You just see like Harry drinking some something like, oh, what's that? And he's like, virgin blood.
Yeah, he's like,
Nothing. It's virgin blood. Yes, that's what keeps me alive. Anal glands.
so like, you're the boy who lived.
Now I'm the man who eats anal glands. In order to maintain my skin.
It's a long name.
Moisturizer and anal glands.
I always hated the boy who lived until my new name, the old man who eats anal glands to live. That's forever. That's the key part. It's the only way you eat the anal glands.
It doesn't fit on the shirt.
Tough to market. I'm branding, you see. Trying things out.
I don't have much going on. I peaked at 18, like a quarterback in high school. I've got nothing. I'm a shell of a man.
Did you see my little body? Did you see my little body in the train station?
He's here somewhere.
Where is Voldemort, you say?
Where's the fetus Voldemort?
I was under a fucking bench. A bench.
They should have just cut to the fucking fetus panhandling.
Yeah, the fucking magical moment leaves and shit. Fucking Harry goes back to life. Dumbledore disappears. Time goes back to normal. Everyone's going to take trains. That little thing is still under the bed. It's like, oh God, I know I was evil, but I'm a baby now. Someone help.
Kind of a shilling. Just fucking eating cigarettes that have been thrown on the ground.
Wishing a motherfucker would drop a piece of hot dogs, settling for fucking.
Come on, a bun, some old gum.
Oh,
Chewed gum.
This is a half smoked silk cut. The breakfast of champions. I was a mighty wizard once. Would you like to see what the little aborted man's cock looks like? 1 crown.
He's just fucking doing soft shoe.
It's like, hello, my baby. Hello, my honey. Hello, my ragtime gal. Overall, Scott.
Yeah.
Aside from that ending was kind of, you know what? Here's what I didn't like about the ending. No dialogue for the last part. Like, they're all just meet at the train station. They send their kids on the train. They presumably
They don't say anything to each other.
Oh my God. If you fucking fought Hitler together and killed him and saved the world, not just the wizarding world, but fucking every muggle and muggle fucker on the planet, every muggle fucker on the planet, you saved them all. There's no way you see each other and you're like, oh my God, remember when we fucking saved everyone?
Remember we were awesome?
Yeah, like remember when you know how all these kids could go to fucking school and not worry about dying?
Just be shouting it to all of them.
Because of us! The three of us! Me! Harry!
Hey, don't pull out yet!
Potter! Not to be
Boy live!
Boy who lived. And his friends. They're like, why can't we have names, dude?
Just go with it.
Yeah. All right, fine. Hermione Weasley, Granger Weasley, and Ron Weasley are my friends.
And they helped.
We beat the devil for you. Now we work at the Ministry of Magic. Just wanted to remind you. Goodbye. They go to the train station every day. That's what I'd be doing. I'd be rubbing in everybody's face. I was like, I fucking saved your life. I saved your life.
Give me money.
Not the whole, yeah, totally. Give me $5. Like, hey man, do you have $20? Like, no, man, get your own $20. I'm like, I saved your life.
You wouldn't have that 20. You wouldn't have $100 if you don't give me $20.
I would no. Number one, if I beat fucking Magic Hitler like he did, I wouldn't be bringing my own kids to the train station. A chauffeur would be doing that, and a nanny.
You wouldn't even work.
We'd be living in a
like,
fucking
I don't need
palace.
a job. That was my thing. It's like, you wouldn't need a job.
You did your job. Your job was to kill the greatest evil.
He also has a vault full of fucking cash.
He's rich, bitch.
He
And
also
now he can
inherited
kick back
like
and
all of
spend
Sirius Black's house.
And he can finally kick back and spend
He's
money.
independently wealthy.
Yeah. Yeah.
He doesn't need to work.
My God, could you imagine? It's just like, not only did I beat this fucking demon and save everyone in the entire world, I'm rich on top of it. It's like Batman.
Yeah.
Everything's like Batman. Even Harry Potter at the end of the day is like Batman.
It's like Batman.
Yeah, man.
Parents are killed.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Just like Batman. Yeah.
You gave me a half second where you're like, well, I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
Scott,
Batman.
we're off for that. Wait a second, Scott. You're on to something. This just in. Yeah, he did have his parents get killed and shit.
Yeah.
And he had a villain like the Joker. Voldemort is his Joker.
Which wasn't the original origin.
What do you mean? I didn't say that the two were combined. I just said he has an arch villain like Voldemort is.
But like in the comic books, as far as Batman,
mask. That's what would have been cool if he had a mask.
That's the 10% that would have made it even better.
Yeah, like he's just like, I've got to protect my.
But everybody
identity.
has
He puts
power.
on a mask, you still see that fucking scar on his forehead.
But everybody
like,
has power.
Work. Don't tell him his mask doesn't work. Don't tell him. He just likes it. He fights harder if he has the mask on. Yeah.
His parents die.
Yeah, give him a break, man. How many have your parents ever been killed in front of you?
Neville Longbottom's like, yeah.
Yeah, he's like, mine did.
Mine did. I was
All
there.
right, well, Neville.
I don't wear a mask.
With the exception of Neville, have anyone here ever? Well, why accept me? Why isn't my example valid?
I just try to be a little more well-adjusted than him.
Yeah, sometimes you have to go be normal for your friends, even though inside you're dying. My parents, they're dead. Hurts me every day. I'm alone, except for me gran. I'll never see me father again. They're like, oh, he's off on it again. Don't ever bring up Neville's dead parents. He is, I feel bad for him, but what a fucking pill he is, man.
It's a fucking broken record.
He goes emo. He's like he becomes Morrissey, man. He just starts whining, more so than singing. Why? He's beautiful whining, but still very unhappy. There's nothing good ever happens to this Longbottom until he cut that fucking snake's head off. Cause then they have the shot where he sits next to Luna Lovegood.
Well, he was on on her scent. Like he knew he wanted her, but by the end of the series, he was basically like, he'd found his fucking courage to go get a little something.
Totally. And she was
like, I just killed a snake.
And she was just like,
you want to kill my snake?
She's all fucking spacey. So she's like, purple tastes like blueberries. And he's like, oh man, this is all I get. I'm the Mario Lemieux of this bitch. And I get the fucking space cadet
head case. You better be good in bed.
Purple doesn't have a taste. Yes, it does. Shut up. It does. I don't want to fight with you. Let's make out. No. Kisses taste like kisses taste like depression. You're like, that didn't even make sense.
God, I hate you.
Anybody else want
anybody, I don't care.
Off the second greatest kid that ever came out of this bitch, Hogwarts? No? Fuck. I still find it weird that they choose to fight on the fucking school property.
There was a reason why they went there, but
it's for the movie, for the books and shit. That makes sense. It's my one bone to pick with the whole thing. I'm like, you're going to end the world. You don't end it at some fucking school.
Well, he wasn't technically trying to end the world.
I know, but if you're going to have
basically trying to keep himself alive.
Yeah, all right. If you're going to try to take over the world, you're going to do it at a fucking school.
No, but that's not what he was trying to do.
Well, he was kind of. He did want to take over the world.
He did, but that wasn't why they went to the school. They went to the school because he was like, he knew he had to go stop Harry Potter.
Love young pussy. Like, why are we to school, Lord
He's just
Voldemort?
like, you know, I like high school girls because I get older. They stay the same age.
Yes, they do, Dark Lord. Yes, they do. Yeah, man. I don't know. I did find that weird. I guess in retrospect, you put it through your prism. It's not that fucking strange. You're like, why
well,
not
when you
there?
attach it to the actual plot of why
Yeah,
everything
there's
happens.
that. It's true. They did though. They all growed up at the end, man. Apparently, they all fucking.
They
lived
did. They had
Draco
kids.
became a friend.
I mean,
Even though
it
they
was
fought
more
off
just
the
like,
school.
yeah, they just kind of looked at each other like, hey, remember when we still not like
They
each
did.
other?
They shared a kind of look that was just like it could have read one of two ways. One, you saved my life and you killed the fucking most evil wizard that ever lived, and I thank you. Or two, one time when we were drunk in high school, you gave me a hand job. Like that
was
weird,
awesome.
ominous look of just like, don't tell my wife. She would never understand.
And I liked it. I
Yeah.
think about it all the time.
It was the hardest I've ever come. Harry's like, yeah, I know. You tell me. He's
Yeah,
like,
you
I'm
say
not-
that every time.
Yeah, I'm just, sometimes I just think about you so much, Harry. He's like, just fucking move on, man. Just move on with your life, dude. They did become friends.
I think
Somewhat.
there was like a level of like,
Draco works
we
at the
went through
school?
some shit. I don't think so.
What's
He's
he
just
do?
more like
What was his
dropping his
future?
kids off. I don't know what he does.
Dropping kids off at the pool. Draco takes a shit on the train tracks.
He's a chauffeur. It's not even his kids.
Yeah, really. Yeah, like I'm like, oh, how sweet, Draco's their friend, but really, it's the beginning of the next series of movies where he's like, I'm here to steal your children.
I'll steal your children.
I'm like, oh, here we go again.
What? They switched to the Benny Hill
Yeah,
theme?
they chase each other around the terminal and shit.
That'd be
Kids are
awesome.
shaking their heads. They're rolling credits as it's happening. No, man, how many kids Harry Potter have?
I had two, but they didn't really show it in the movie. But he has two kids. He has a daughter and a son.
What do they name them?
The son is named James Severus or Severus James.
What after his dad?
His dad and Severus Snape.
No.
James Severus or something like that.
No, it's Severus and his uncle, Artemis. Isn't it Severus Artemis or something?
Or Severus Dumbledore.
Sirius. No, Severus Sirius. Isn't he naming after his uncle, Sirius Black?
I don't know. Somebody's probably tweeting it now, but I don't know. It's Severus. Severus is in there somewhere.
Yeah, he honors fucking
Albus
Snape.
Severus.
That's
Albus.
it. It's Albus. He throws a shout out to this fucking wizard who was such a fucking prick, who was just like, I don't care if the boy dies. He's like, if that's what happens, that's what happens.
Well, he was trying to save the world.
Yeah.
He was like, he's like Yoda.
Yeah, but even Yoda had a soft side and shit. You know what I'm saying? Dumbledore, he was just all beard and logic and shit. And cock. But that was off
He was
camera.
just all dick, yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Snape's like, you've got to save them. You didn't save them. He's like, I couldn't help it. Sucking
like I
cock
was-
last night.
I started jerking it and
Yeah.
I forgot.
I found a
Coming
really,
makes me forget.
I found a really good porno of two dudes in the military showering with one another. And I gotta tell you, I forgot about James.
yeah.
I mean, it's a
I'm
little-
not saying it's not fucked up.
Yeah. Look, that's my cross to bear, but, I'm gonna lend you the tape if you want. It's really sexy. Yeah, it was, I don't know. I thought at the end, some people were revealed to be not what they were. My fucking, Albus doesn't turn out to be such a good guy. Snape turns out to be a better guy. And, once again, it proves that friendship, loyalty, happiness, these are the greatest magics of all, Scott. Are you gonna miss this series of movies?
I mean, I was definitely like, I anticipated the books coming out. So
Right.
the movies coming out was more just like, I'll go and I'll check them out. But I wasn't like, oh shit, I gotta go see the movie. When the last book was coming out, the last two books I had sort of like, I had caught up. So I was waiting for the book release.
Right.
And so that was more exciting to me than the movies. The movies was kind of like me going to see, like, just curious, where I'm like, I wonder what they'll do. And I thought some of them are good, some of them are heh.
What was your favorite? I think we both love
I like the third one.
Yeah, the third one's
The
pretty
third one
fucking
was
amazing.
like, the third one captured like a tone and a look, and I thought it was the most interesting.
Yeah, aside from being part of a Harry Potter movie, it had a distinctive feel, signature to it.
Yeah.
Which was kind of nice.
But yeah, it's a magical fucking series, man. Go back and watch the first one though. You'll be like, ooh.
The first one, I think, like when
It's tough sit now. Except for the adults. The adults are pretty amazing.
Yeah, but
Like
it's
Snape's
very,
entry
it's
is
very like it's shooting like for pretty young kids. I think that's why the third one also is the one where you're suddenly like, well, now I can access this a little bit more.
Right. Hey man, you know what? Neville's parents aren't dead.
Oh yeah, I know someone's like saying they were tortured and they went crazy. I mean, you know, come on, how far away is that from being dead?
It says Neville was the other kid the prophecy referred to, but Voldemort chose Harry, and that's why Snape went to Dumbledore. Wait, Neville was the other kid in the prophecy from Professor Trelawney?
Yeah.
And then Voldemort chose Harry, and so Snape went to Why? So if he hadn't gone to... Oh, that's why Snape... Oh. So if Voldemort was like, we have to kill Neville Longbottom... Snape would have been like, yeah, kill the fuck out of that baby.
Yeah, man, I'll fucking...
Fry that baby.
Yeah, all you just
kill
said.
that baby. Kill that baby. But because it was...
Can I go kill the baby?
Oh, shit, I love a good baby killing. This is why I joined up the Death Eaters. Woo! But since it was his friend's kid, or his friend, rather, he feared for her. That's why he fucking crossed the line and shit like that.
Because of pussy.
But none of this would have happened if they put him in fucking Gryffindor. He wouldn't have been so, greasy hair and stinky.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have been so emo. He'd been hanging out with her. They might have fucking been in love. Fucking.
She might not have ever given him the time of day, though, man.
No, but still, you're surrounded by better people at Gryffindor. They're nicer. The fucking.
It's true.
The Parseltongue house, fucking Slytherin. Not one of them. They're all fucking.
They're very negative.
Yeah, and it's like you're constant. It's like a house of lawyers. They're all trying to fuck each other over left and right, and you. Like, you can't fucking trip on their...
Which to me is like, that, like, if you had to sit there and look at it, like, that would be me if I'm the headmaster of the school. I'm just like, well, anyone who gets in this, like, let's just get rid of them. Mm-hmm. Like, let's send them to somewhere else. Yeah. Or disband it and blend them in so they can, like, maybe...
Yeah, like put a wig on that kid. This is fucking Mary Potter. It was like, please, this ruins, this demeans both of us. Can I take this wig off? Like, you're hiding. Booba kiss, Titicus, fucking boop.
Oh, like that's what we would have done, like hide Harry as a girl
in plain sight. Yeah,
I was just saying, like the whole Slytherin house. I would just I'd break that house apart and disperse all the kids into the other houses so they could sort of learn by example.
Yeah, good idea. Instead of even having a fourth fucking house where all the bad things come from.
Yeah, just like there's all the bad people. It's just like, we'll get rid of it.
You tell the fucking the Sorting Hat, hey, 3 houses now.
There's
like
3.
This one's supposed to go to Slytherin. Yes. Well, you were talking to me. No more Slytherin. All right.
It's your world.
I'm just the Sorting Hat, I guess. But where do we put the bad ones? Like, just put them in the other houses, man.
Just like move them around.
Yeah, like maybe if we don't concentrate the evil in one house, bad things won't happen anymore.
I mean, that would be my thing, is like, if everybody knows it, it's not like anyone was just like, well, it's questionable.
Yeah, it's like, a few bad apples came out of there. But hey, every house has their own bad apples.
Like, no, they're all good apples and then all the bad apples.
They have all good apples and the poison apples are in that house, and we have to shut this fucking house down. Like, we can't. Like, why? Like, they get the best weed over there.
Yeah, they
Slytherin house gets that hydroponic shit, man. If you want to get fucked up, you need Slytherin house weed. That's why we let them go.
And they bring it and then they sell it all around the school.
Totally, man. They're like, I thought that was from Hufflepuff house. Like, Hufflepuff
they just smoke shit.
They just smoke it. They're like
smoke a lot.
Yeah, man. They're like, without fucking Hufflepuff, there'd be no Slytherin because the Hufflepuffers buy from the House of Slytherin and shit. It's so weird, man. I'm not even a stoner. I didn't know that. Yeah, there's like weed wars going on in the wizarding world, man. It's tough.
Maybe it'll be like a sitcom or like a kid show. It's just all the houses
all together. They should, right?
Just like an ongoing series, or it's just
like a Facts of Life
kids.
Kind of thing.
Yeah, or like Degrassi.
Yes, totally, man. Fucking Hogwarts High, it's called.
Yeah. And it's just kids getting knocked up and, hey, that dude's gay. What do we do with that?
Yeah, they're like, how are we fucking supposed to deal with this? She gave me a bracelet for giving a blowjob. What am I supposed to do with this information? And they're like, well, respect yourself more. Credits, always little morality lessons.
I'll feel better.
All new kids
with some magic.
You don't need fucking Potter or
no,
any
he's
of the
gone.
big guns.
He's graduated.
They've all moved on. They're like, what do you think? Fucking the world ended when the fucking
Life goes on.
Yeah. School keeps going. There's new wizards.
Could you imagine?
New wizards with sexual tension.
And you're at this legendary school where the fucking Magic Hitler came to fight.
Died on the lawn.
Of your school.
Yeah.
At this fucking school. 10 years later, 20 years later, removed. Since nothing bad is happening anymore. Maybe your SAT scores are slumping. Maybe like fucking it's not a magnet school anymore. It fell off of that time list.
Yeah, there's other schools.
Totally. And then always in the heading in the time catalog for colleges or high school, private schools, they're just like, yes, of course, never to be forgotten. This is where Voldemort, or he who shall not be named, was defeated and whatnot. But it's been a long time since, much good has come out of Hogwarts. Tuition keeps going up. There's
a bad drug problem.
Yeah, there's more of Hufflepuff House is out of control. Their hockey team hasn't won a divisional championship in about 12 years. It's fallen on some hard times. And then basically it just gets poor reviews and like attendance goes down and shit.
It could happen. There'll be charter schools.
Well, you need some bad things in order for good to exist, right? You need bad to exist in order for good to exist.
You mean you need evil in order for good to exist?
Something like that. Or bad. I don't take it right to evil. You're saying it in a very dramatic fashion to evil. I'm just saying bad. You need bad in order to define good.
You need bad. And you don't need it consistently. History has bad things. You can sort of you can compare something that happened in the past that was bad and something's good. Like you don't need to fucking if something good happens to you right now.
Right.
You don't need something bad to immediately follow or precede it in order for you to understand that. So you've had enough good and bad.
For example, we're doing the show. Window shatters, smashes, Batman swings in. He's like, help me defeat the Joker, Kev. And I'm like, I gotta go, Scott.
Yeah.
Nothing bad or good has to happen before or after that for me to know that as the singular greatest moment of my existence.
Exactly.
The day where the Batman turns to me, looking for a little assistance. Looking for a little backup. I save the Batman.
You become his sidekick?
Just for that one adventure.
Just one adventure.
He's like, there's something, that requires the expertise of a fat loudmouth. I'm like, well, I'm here for you, Batman. I wish you would have put it
I can do that.
Way.
Yeah. It's kind of solving the blow. It's not part of my dream.
You don't quite have to say it like that. I don't say that emo kid with mommy daddy issues wearing fucking funny clothes. I give you the respect. Call you the Batman. Put a "the" in front of it. Please don't make fun of me.
You don't have a hero name, though. What would your name be? You can't just go out as Kev Smith. I guess you could.
He can call me that Kevin Smith, just like my Twitter name. I was like, call me by my Twitter name, that Kevin Smith. He was like, I think that's dumb.
I think it's dumb that you put your Twitter name in your trailer.
I got some of that online. Some people were like, why did you put your Twitter name in the trailer? Very few. Most people were like, that's fucking genius. Red State trailer we put up online a couple weeks. Put up, it says from that Kevin Smith with the little @ sign. And I don't know. I always felt like the whole campaign was, whatchamacallit, social media oriented. It felt more honest. Like I never wanted to put up a film by credit.
Yeah.
But that was the first time I was like, I could be comfortable doing from that Kevin Smith. That doesn't say anything. It's just literally true. This comes from that Kevin Smith.
Yeah.
So maybe I'd use my Twitter address.
As your hero name.
Yeah. That Kevin Smith. It's Batman. It's the Batman and that Kevin Smith.
At Batman.
Yeah. Batman would be like, look, it'd be a lot more marketable. You call yourself Fat Man. Just saying. I'm not saying you're fat. I'm just saying.
Rhymes.
Kind of rhymes. Batman, Fat Man. I was kind of, when I teamed up with you, I was hoping you'd go for the obvious. You tend to make the obvious fat joke. I was hoping you'd go for.
I saw the plane incident and I thought
Batman was it. I thought that Batman and Fat Man is great. I could see the books now. It's a good title, but you went for, that Kevin Smith, and that's weird because number one, you're not hiding your secret identity. If people know we're friends, they could kill me. Get to me easier through you. Number two, should be bat oriented maybe, or fat oriented to at least rhyme. That's how you beat crime in Gotham and find better parking. All right, man. That's a lot of Potter, dude. God, we went for a while. If we started at 2, we've been talking for 2.5 hours. Wow. All right. I think we've spoken longer than the last Harry Potter movie.
I think we did. Yeah.
Fucking A, man. Let's keep it going. Fucking Potter marathon, 4 hour. It's like the Bruce Springsteen concert of Harry Potter podcast. We just keep rolling.
When did that? I don't know what concert that is.
Bruce Springsteen apparently gives long concerts.
Oh, okay.
Fucking he gives, goes
just
on
gives
for
till
many
he can't
hours.
stop.
Yeah, that's what we're doing here. Well, there it is, man. Fucking Potter. The
The end.
Potterverse. I'm sure it's not the last time we'll ever visit there, but as regards the movie, there it is, man.
Yeah.
But there'll be more Potter, or Pottermore,
Pottermore,
if you will. Pottermoj. That's what it is. She opens Pottermore, you open Pottermoj.
just to counter it.
Yeah, you're just like, in Pottermoj, we build fantasy stories about Harry Potter that please me, Scott Mosier.
Yes, there's a lot of talk about ding-dongs and pussies and...
No, man, that's fucking Potter Kev.
Yeah, it's Potter Kev.
Enter Potter Kev and fucking pull your cock out, because that's immediately what they're going to talk about. Like, what happens if a fucking magician eats your cum? What happens?
Is it magic?
I don't know. Why? Ew. Why does that matter? I mean, that's all we care about in Potter Kev. You ever see a goblin fuck a fucking buckbeak? That's what we care about. Potter Kev. All right, man. Well, that's Smodcast for this week. I'm Kevin Smith.
Scott Mosier.
Have a week.
This has been a production of Smodcast Internet Radio.